person is what it is, basically. But hello.
What happened?
And welcome to 20 Sides to Every Story. My name's Casey. We're going to play some Dungeons & Dragons 5th Edition. And we are working our way through Tyranny of Dragons campaign, starting off with Horde of the Dragon Queen. And boy, I hope the streaming is working right now. Can I get a confirmation from anybody you have to see go?
It is up.
It is up.
Whoa,
Awesome.
Thanks for the gems, man!
And Bruno, already in with the gems. Thank you. So, we have got 5 adventurers who have, rather than do the sensible thing and flee to the west with a caravan, headed east into the city of Greenest, which was under attack by raiders. They did rescue a family, an elven woman and her orc companion, 3 children that they were able to get to the keep. They fought off a number of raiders and kobolds. They defended the keep against a busted Sallyport. And then
Thanks for the gems, man!
and the gems are going again. And then they made their way out through a hidden sewer entrance, a hidden sewer and well entrance, one of those combo dealies, and made their way towards the Temple of Shantae, where I'm going to call it a stalemate. I feel like that's a fair assessment. Some raiders were hurt. A few were killed. Kobolds as well. Many of them were able to be saved from death by their companions who really wanted to be hucking rocks at the party but just couldn't reach. Didn't want to risk those brambles and the death on the other side. So they broke away after a while, and the party did a very good job of both intimidating and fooling the flying kobold, an Erd, that was attempting to pursue them. Now, the Erds have been flying about the village with little squirt bottles of oil and bits of flint and sending out little gouts of flame, pretending to be dragons, helping to herd the citizens away. And over the last hour, the party has had a chance to rest, recover a little bit, patch up some holes, and repair some armor. And as they've been doing so, they've been keeping an eye on the temple to the northeast of them. That temple's been under assault for several hours now, and the defenders inside have all but given up. You can hear in the distance them calling out terms of a surrender being arranged. Now, on the north side of the temple, the party's able to note where a kobold has set up a little device of some sort that is belching out great gouts of choking smoke. They dealt with this kobold a little earlier with a black and white kobold, the polecat, as he's named in their language. He's been forcing noxious gases into the temple, and others have been trying to break their way inside. And finally, the defenders just can take no more, and the hype train's already started. Thank you all for that, but I'm going to soldier through it. And what we've got at this point is the party can hear the defenders inside are just, they can't take anymore. They have to come out. They have to surrender. There are children who can't breathe inside. There are old. There are young. It's just got to happen. The door's about to fall. What? And we get a subscription as well, so woo going out there. Thank you, thank you.
The doors are about to fall. Woo!
Doors. Ric Flair knows when to get excited. So I'm going to turn it over to the party. They've had about an hour of resting with one another. And the hype and the woos and everything. Yep. It's intro time. Please feel free to talk amongst yourselves, come up with some plans, ask any questions you like. I'm going to zoom out a little bit on the map so we can talk strategy if you like. And a few things that you've noticed, and that the folks out at home may be aware of. 3 more kobolds of evil reputation. I'm sorry, 3 more wandering monsters, not necessarily kobolds, of dubious reputation, are wandering in Greenest, and wandering monsters are available. There are 3 to choose from. And, Kogo's being pleasant to everyone. Please make sure you mark down that everyone has an inspiration.
Thanks, Corey.
Yay.
Yeah. So 3 wandering monsters out there. If the chat would like to buy a wandering monster, let me know. And I'm not sure you're always pleasant. I've seen you DM. You get downright mean sometimes. Fun, but mean. So, party. What have you come up with? What would you like to do in this dire situation?
Let's see. Well, during this time you'd see Chiquito kind of fixing a bit of his jaw, kind of attaching it to the stub. So it's like, well, guys, I was thinking maybe I could turn into maybe a badger, a giant badger. Maybe we could kind of dig him out. What do you guys think?
I think that we don't need any badgers. Any stinking badgers.
Well, if you get hit by that polecat, you're going to be a stinking badger. And we don't need no stinking badgers. That was awesome.
Think that you can, dig a tunnel under the river, under the bushes, under the... And all the way to the building?
Yeah.
That would be an enterprise that could take some time.
This is no better than any
Badger, are
plan
you
that I
planning on
had
coming?
previously.
I don't think so.
All I've been able to think of is I could shoot people with Eldritch Blast until they go behind the building, which is not the greatest plan.
But it's not bad.
Huh?
Benefit of hitting things with deadly fire.
I'm just thinking, if I make a sturdy enough hole behind me, I think maybe we could get these people out.
I like the idea.
I like the idea. I just don't think that there's time. And that we have nothing and no one here who can help us make the Earth cooperate. Do we?
I could ask it nicely.
And regarding the badger idea, while a badger can burrow roughly a foot a second to move itself through the ground, that does not leave much of a tunnel behind. So that's just its movement speed, not counting, construction, bracing, making it more than badger-sized. Badger-sized.
But giant badger.
Giant badger size.
But there is maybe some merit into a giant badger getting up in the middle of that and creating, some kind of ruckus.
Yes.
Man,
Burning we need to burn the
It
bushes.
does seem that perhaps the problem the villagers are having currently is the fire belching the smoke into the building. A badger could weaken the ground under the fire, and then it falls in and we don't have that problem. We at least buy them some clean air. But if they are negotiating their withdrawal, I am concerned that these creatures will not honor the terms of such withdrawal.
We're going to kill them all. We know they will. We can't.
Chiquito.
Yeah?
How long would it take you to brace a tunnel?
In badger form?
Yes. Giant badger.
I mean, I'm not too bad working with tools, but I've never tried as a badger. I mean, I don't think I could. I don't think it would work out as well. I mean, I could spit on the walls and hope that maybe the spit would help, but badger spit.
Because what if... What I'm thinking is mix, I don't know if possible, or maybe no digging required, but finding a way to push down the brambles. If I can... Me and maybe other people can shoot at kobolds on one side, and then someone create a path to easy escape on this side, we can get doors open and just let them rush out while keeping enemies at bay. But that is a lot of moving parts, and I don't know how I feel about many moving parts. many spots for parts to break.
Maureen, you are
more-
muted.
Yes.
You?
What was that?
I don't think I did it.
It's so dramatic. I want fewer moving parts, more blood, and
Just dark. I mean, it's just real grim there. But
You're
I like your
killing
energy. I
children.
like your energy.
they're killing children.
They are not yet, and I'm hoping to prevent that.
Casey, is this going on maybe like during the short rest, or is this happening after like that hour?
The conversation you've had time to do during the short rest.
Okay.
And you can hear the coughing. You can hear the raiders outside banging on the door and making the demands. So it's not a snap decision thing.
Okay.
You've had your hour to plan, but then it's getting more and more urgent now, and you don't have time for a complicated plan. You might have started it with 15 minutes to spare, but
I sort of feel like our first plan just had some minor execution issues. Feel like we should try to draw off a sizable number of them, and then have other people go in and get rid of the rest of them and get the folk out.
Did the smoke?
Yeah, if we have one group manage to lead them or push them away, and then have another smaller group tell them in what direction to go, maybe that could be good.
Yeah.
I will defer to your judgment.
I'm only good at the beginning. I'm not real good at sewing a plan up. This is why
It's
I'm on
okay.
my
I think
own.
all of us are at that point too.
If the plan is very simple, I can plan the whole thing. But
Run!
We did let you plan the last time.
yes, and I have acknowledged that perhaps that was not the best.
No, but it was almost successful.
It was pretty close.
I mean, I liked it. I thought there was a lot of good energy behind that plan. I just feel like maybe we had a couple loose ends we needed to wrap up. Like, I'm weak. And go down really easy.
But you are one of the only ones who can get anyone else back up. So that is why perhaps you stay a bit further.
Currently. Not currently, though. I am out of spells.
I can generally, I
mean, I got
quietly.
medicine check, but
I can move quietly. I could ambush something. I've done it before.
So
Well-
let's start doing a little tactical review of the situation. I've heard a couple of ideas thrown out there. A stealthy approach, certainly possible. A little complicated at the moment, as there are a pair of kobolds and the dog-like drakes patrolling near the brambles. You can see them here and here. They've been moving up and down the brambles, watching for some sort of similar attack. They've been trying to keep low. They know there's someone out there somewhere, so they don't want to make a target of themselves. A little closer to the temple itself, there are a few groups moving around the temple, keeping an eye on the windows, making sure no one gets out of there. Up at the front or south side here by the main entrance, there are the group that is negotiating with those inside. The two humans have taken the lead for negotiation. They can see that they're covering their faces with scarves and bits of cloth. Even from this side, there's fumes leaking out from under the door and through the cracks, and they just don't want it. Back here is a miserable group. The only one who seems unaffected is the black and white kobold, who dances gleefully in the smog he's piping in there. The others have to step out to breathe frequently. You can hear them choking and gagging, see them rubbing their eyes. From a vantage atop either of the buildings, you could get sight lines on most of this area. So the ones patrolling and the ones on the south side, The north side, you can only see them when they step out, really when they, just need air. There's too much smoke. These patrols have a decent amount of cover. You know where they are a little bit by the sound they make. It is the winter grass that they're walking on. Spring hasn't really softened it up yet. And occasionally they'll whack a tail into the brambles or step on one of the bodies of their dead companions. Get a little squish going on there. So stealth would unfortunately probably be a long way around unless you spent a lot of time wiggling through those brambles. That is a nasty way to pass through. Sniping attacks, effective down here on the south side. Burrowing, you could get there eventually, but that's a lot of distance to cover underground, and you're not going to leave much of a tunnel behind. Alex is being nice. Another set of inspiration for everyone. So please make sure you mark down your inspiration and deploy it liberally.
Question regarding the tunnel burrowing
Sure.
thing. So, burrowing is one thing, but for a short distance, how long could it take to tunnel?
So,
Let's...
hang on one second. Let me find the right answer here. So a badger has a 5-foot burrow. A giant badger has a 10-foot burrow.
That's a 10 foot.
So it can move itself through the ground a little more than a foot a second. So foot and a half a second. So if you're covering 100 feet of distance, it's going to take the badger about 2 minutes to cross that distance. But it's really only just digging up the dirt and moving through. It's not creating a real tunnel network behind it.
Right. But let's say to create a 15-foot tunnel.
15-foot tunnel? Not long. You can probably, get the badger up front digging out the earth. 15 feet doesn't require a lot of mechanics. Does anyone have any sort of experience in miner's tools, being a dwarf, anything even remote engineering, woodworking, stoneworking?
I have woodworking, but I'm the badger.
I am also a woodworker.
Okay.
Woodworker and wood carving, yeah.
Okay, so you could get a basic idea that, okay, if the badger's digging up stuff, it's going to be throwing out stuff behind. We grab a couple of the support beams from inside this shack, we throw them up, we pack them back. It's only got to last a couple of minutes. Sure. Where are you thinking about doing 15 feet from and to?
If you can see where my little arrow is, I think it was right here.
Okay.
Right there, and then if we can push these groups back, and then have someone lead them to the tunnel, so we can just go foop foop.
Okay.
Easy.
So,
That way they don't make too much noise in the tunnel, too much noise on the brambles where it would draw more people. They could just go in and out.
that sounds
Might be too
very reasonable.
complicated.
No, that sounds very reasonable. Doing the old dog escaping under the fence trick. Basically, you just have to dig enough below the roots, then prop the roots up. You got a nice little dive in, dive out. Sure, probably get that done 3 to 5 minutes tops. The badger could get through there in just a few seconds, but you got to dig down enough that people can,
squeeze,
navigate.
I do feel that I am particularly well suited at the being a distraction part of this. I am very large and can be quite loud.
That would be very good. I can shoot things very far. So I could be on top of house to keep stragglers who might notice us during the escape. I could kind of shoot at them and maybe hold them off. Or I can yell really loud too. I can do that. But I can shoot things from very far away if that is required.
I can do almost nothing. What I'm wondering about, though, is as a distraction, since I'm sort of tapped out on any kind of song trickery, maybe I surrender. And then I know the plan, and then once we get going, I can tell them it's go time, go, go, go.
Oh.
So then
would
I can.
become one with the group.
I would negotiate the terms of my own surrender, because I'll tell them, like, you fools want to attack again, but your still plan is taking forever, and I'm just done. I surrender, and then I'll try to trick them into letting me in there as a prisoner. I don't know how I'll do that.
The only flaw I see in that is that so far I have not seen them
probably
be able
just
to
kill
get
me.
in the door.
Yeah, that's a huge flaw. That's a huge, huge flaw.
Yeah, I think they're trying to get in.
Yeah,
You know what? I started
But
saying.
if I surrender, at least I would be a distraction. Like, I can just be like, "Hey guys, I surrender," and then.
But what
Until
if
they
we
kill
made a
you.
different distraction that also possibly ended up eliminating some of the enemy?
I like
Well,
that
there's
idea.
So, if you or Ox, you go with me, and we draw them off.
Okay.
You stay a bit away so that you don't get injured, but
It's the
we draw
rocks,
them
man.
off and
They throw
take out
rocks.
a small group.
Okay, I'm with you. Let's do this thing. I like
And
your
then-
energy.
And then while we lead the small group away, the others can get the prisoners out.
Small
Okay.
group that you plan to lead away.
I'm thinking perhaps it will be the ones that are patrolling the other side of the brambles. And I would guess that they would bring some with them. But I could creep up to the edge of the brambles and pop up and throw a javelin and maybe take out one of the kobolds immediately.
You should call them names too.
You
And
know,
then
I'm good
whoop
at
and
name
holler
calling.
and run and
We
run
could-
up the river so
we could
that
all
they
go through.
follow me that direction.
We could
Well,
all
why
go
would
then-
why would we all do that though? Then we're all.
Because
Then
then
we
we
are
could
the
run
distraction.
and scream and yell and kill things.
Yeah, but we
But-
need to get the people out.
But
The-
if
they
we
would
do,
be so focused on us, the people wouldn't care about the people.
They will leave people to guard the door. We need people to go in behind us to get the ones still
We're
guarding
not
the
going
door.
to die.
Chiquito would probably be one to help with that after doing tunnel.
I think that if Ox and I run down the river and take some with us, then you, Adnoren, you need to be the champion of the opening the door and getting any stragglers there taken care of.
Mm,
Yes, be a
you are
champion.
strong.
You will need to eliminate any resistance
Yeah,
that remains near the door.
You will be our
Because
champion.
we need a tank at the door is what I was thinking. Because if it's one of us that's a little more soft, I guess, we will fall right over.
I could get in closer. I am good on spells at the moment. Granted, I only have 2 to use, but one of them can hit many at once if there's many close to me.
Ah,
That
That's a
is
good idea.
that is the catch if they are closer, within 10 feet.
right.
So if things go good, things
So
go
what
good.
is-
If things go bad, I need to run.
Okay, what is start of this plan? Do we have Chiquito do the tunneling most of the way first, and then we do the distraction?
Yes.
Mhm.
So otherwise, we'll be distracting for. I don't know. It feels like we'll have somewhere between 10 and 30 turns of swinging swords at each other. maybe as
Unless-
many as
unless-
50.
Optimal situation, and we destroy those who pursued us, and we come back and help.
Well, that would be good too.
Mhm.
No,
So-
I really do appreciate your positivity.
So that's a shame.
That was. It did its own thing. I was trying for a rectangle, and it was like no rectangles for you, Casey.
Liked it.
So
I was measuring a second. I was like, maybe we could do 10 feet. I don't know. And then I was like, what is that?
that's. I'm not. I don't. Things happened. Shapes died. So the badger.
If-
I think the badger leading off is probably what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
So if the badger leads off and starts working away under the brambles, digging that out's going to be pretty quiet. Badgers, unless you're trying real hard to throw it in the river, that's going to be almost unnoticeable. So I will need a stealth. So I'll let you know. I will be asking for a stealth. If the stealth goes successfully, you have dug the hole, and then it's time to rush it, throw in supports, and do stuff. It sounds like there's going to be some distractions, which I will say is probably something deception, performance, intimidation, depending on who's doing it and how, to get some of the...
Oh, I was planning to go with throwing a weapon and killing one of them as they start the
Also
distraction.
good. So that's just a straight up attack roll that does tend to get, the attention going.
That will get their attention.
Yeah, that's pretty solid. Good.
Just to let the folk, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off,
Yeah.
but just to let the folk know who are engaging in the distraction, I could set off a prestidigitation light to signal maybe a green light when it's ready, red light when something goes wrong.
Sounds good.
Okay.
All
That
right.
way, if something happens,
I appreciate that you said when something goes wrong and not.
It is. I have a
I
feeling
mean,
it might.
And
As time goes on, I feel less and less.
that was a slip of
Confident in my
the
ability.
tongue.
I have no woodworking skill. I can pound boards into the dirt. So if I have wood, I can push it into the dirt and at least keep it there. I can use my hands if I have to. I will do that. And then I'm coming out of the hole, and you guys can figure it out. I'll look for your signal.
Do you want me to remain over here, sniping from far, or get in close and use Arms of Hadar? What's
That
wrong,
sounds
Casey?
wonderful. You-
I don't think we've ever
That
met.
sounds-
It was
great.
the arms of Hussar.
Yes, Arms of Hadar. That's exactly.
Yes, that's exactly what got me. I looked up and you were Arms of Adar, and I was like, that's perfect, and I can't handle it. So, if I could ask each of the characters to kind of position themselves where they plan to be at go time, because I'm going to assume you're getting in position as the badger starts so you can react quickly. And it is a giant badger that you are becoming?
Yes. I cannot. I don't think I could pick.
Hang on. Let me see if I have one of them.
While Casey's figuring that out,
Mm-hmm.
Hadar or Eldritch Blast, far away or close? Where should I be?
I will leave that to the ones who will be with you. I don't
How
know.
about you stay close, and if we need to go far, we could go far.
Okay, I like that plan.
Sounds great.
And I can still give red light, green light, just to be safe.
So, what makes you think that the red light goes bad? What's the idea of the color red that makes it seem
Well,
red?
red is the color of one's blood when it is spilled upon the grass.
Oh,
So I
blood.
figured that's pretty bad.
Blood.
Green means there's no blood on grass because grass is green.
Grass
so
is green.
That means
Grass is
it's
good.
good to go.
Nature.
And green, exactly. And green and go, they both start with the G. So I figure it's easy to
But
remember.
only in common.
Oh, shoot, you're right.
Okay, we all speak common.
Oh, yes, that's also a positive. So remember, green.
As
Let's go.
we're having these conversations, there's like, "Hey, please help us!" in the background.
Oh.
Yes. For reasons, I figure we're gonna need it soon enough. So if you could just take a moment and add yourselves to the turn order there, we'll get that out of the way. And as you start this off, and we're gonna stay out of turn order for a few seconds, but if you could, as we get this all started, announce what you intend to do with your situation, and then give a real quick character introduction, race, class, and maybe a moment's idea as to what you might be looking like as we are about to engage in this. And then we are probably going to be kicking off some activities. I
Enjoy
think...
activities.
Yes, I think the first person that I'm going to ask for the introduction is our giant badger, who probably looks like a giant badger. But what did you look like before you turned into a giant badger?
Before I looked like a giant badger, I looked a bit metallic with some tree-like branches and growth coming from throughout my body. I have 2 little beady eyes on each side. The badger actually has those 2 beady eyes as well. And he currently has like a string attached to his jaw, and it's kind of hanging on one of the twigs coming out the side of his mouth. So he is a Warforged druid, and his name is Chiquito.
Sounds good. And Chiquito, we're going to throw you into the house building over there, even though we know you're over there as a giant badger. And then the next person I'm going to ask, because they happen to be at the top of the turn order at the moment, Rob Oakes, where are you standing and what are you looking like?
Well, I'm standing close to Sholare, because I'm going to be following her, well, because of reasons.
Because of reasons.
And I look like a 70s folk singer with long brown curly hair, lots of scarves, big cowboy hat. I have a lute and a pan flute in a harmonica brace that I play and accompany myself with. And I haven't been doing it tonight. I'll work my way into it, but I sound a bit like Owen Wilson. And what I'll be doing, I think, once Solari starts killing things, I'm going to start screaming. High-pitched squealing like a little lost child in Walmart.
Just like Owen Wilson.
Then, yeah. And then perhaps I will hurl an insult or two.
Sounds good.
But I will hold my action.
And speaking of Sholari? Sholara. Okay. I'll get it eventually. Sho, next up on the turn order there. What are you doing?
So Sho is a very large half-orc, though she also has some Goliath blood, so that is why she is even larger than you might expect from a half-orc. She's blue-skinned and wearing some furs and tanned leathers. She has a giant maul strapped to her back, but right now she is hefting a javelin that she's preparing to throw. She's creeping up behind the brambles and ducking down, waiting for the signal to stand up and hurl it at the kobold.
Got it. And that's going to bring us over to Anrin. Anrin, what are you looking like and what are you about to do?
Now I am looking like I'm on the verge of exploding. I'm an elf, and it's very clear that I'm an elf, but I am an elf with brown skin, dark hair, braided. I'm wearing bark cloth leggings and bark cloth loincloth and bark cloth breast clouts, and I'm clasping my glaive with a very firmly clenched fist because I'm just waiting for the badger to get through so I can go kill the skunk.
Sounds good. And as the badger furiously works along, you have your board set up so you'll be able to shove it in to keep the roots from dropping down, make a nice pathway. Yaz, what are you up to?
Yes. I might be helping with the pushing of the boards if it need be. I will be eager to assist in keeping the ankle biters away. I am a lizard folk, a warlock of sorts. And I do the frilly frill, much like a Dilophosaurus dinosaur. But the chunk is gone because I was grabbed earlier, and it's still a sore spot because it happened yesterday.
Literally and figuratively.
Yes.
So, with that, let's kick off some activity. The first of which I'm going to ask for is a stealth roll from the badger. And
All right.
we're gonna say on a 5 or lower, they notice even before you're started. If you get to like a 10-ish, you're gonna be halfway. 15 or better, you're all the way through and in the clear. Let's see some stealth.
Got it. I know too.
A 4.
4.
4.
Oh no.
So Badger gets down, starts digging along, and unfortunately, in the mix there, somewhere buried deep in the brambles, is a kobold that survived the onslaught. And you just tear into, and it falls down, gets a little torn back up, wakes up from its stupor, rises the cry of alarm. So we're gonna jump into initiative order. Show, I believe you're the only one who had a held action, which was your javelin throw. You hear things start to go wrong. Which the kobold directly east is who has
straight east of me.
Straight east. Go ahead and launch your javelin if you would, or are you waiting to see if they recover from this little outburst?
Nope, I'm doing it.
You're doing it. All right, let's see it. That's a good throw. Let's see some damage. 5 points of piercing damage. Kobold goes down. Ambush Drake is on the alert, but it can't see what's going on. You can see it start to pace back and forth and bark out alerts. Anyone else have what they would consider to be a held action?
I was holding Screaming Like a Lost Child and running after Sholari, but I was holding it for when
Sholari
she
starts to
actually
run.
attacked. Yeah, I don't think staying where she's standing was going to trigger me screaming, so I'm going to just give up my action.
Okay, so held
I'll take
action.
the dodge. I'm taking the dodge.
Taking the dodge. All right, Rob's taking the dodge. Up north, one of the raiders comes down to investigate. Now you're all basically ducked down at the moment, I'm assuming, behind the hedge.
I'm up.
Oh, are you? Oh, okay.
I stood up to do it because I'm the distraction.
Yep. So they
yeah,
see
I'm
you.
absolutely visible.
They see you. Rob, were you ducked down or are you still up behind Show?
I'm doing whatever Show is doing.
Okay, so the raider looks at you, and you look back, and it's dark. This raider appears to be human, or at least one of the races that does not have dark vision, so they're like peering out into the darkness. Show, you can see quite clearly. Rob, dark
I'm
vision?
human, I cannot.
You cannot?
Nope, so I'm going to... You can't see me? No,
Okay.
I do not have dark vision. I'm human.
All right. So there's a little bit of peering back and forth going on. They call down one of the kobolds to check it out, looking over with their dark vision from where they're at. They just can't quite make you out, but you hear their slings start to spin up.
God damn, I hate those things.
Ambush drinks
Rocks on me.
come over and start gathering. Show, what are you doing?
I'm going to move up to here. That is 15 feet. I'm
Mhm.
going to throw another javelin at Rug. And yell and scream and run 15 more feet
Okay.
to there.
The-
I'm making a ruckus and heading up the river.
Okay, making a ruckus and heading up the river. Giant badger. Stealth, not your forte, but how about some sort of strength to, instead of doing this in a controlled manner, to really pour on the brute? I'm going to say if you would like to do a strength athletics check, 5 or better gets you 5 feet, 10 or better gets you 10, 15 or better gets you 15. So you could get through all that distance in one huge surge. A 1 and you don't move at all. You just hit a rock.
Okay.
Or something else.
Should we use the chat inspiration before you do that?
Yeah, well, yeah, that sounds good. We'll do that. Could I just like dexterity and maybe try to pack on the sides a bit more? Be a bit more.
I feel like this is more. If you want to do dexterity, you can just move forward at your normal 10 feet around.
Okay,
so
we'll do strength then. We'll do
Okay.
strength. All right, yeah, well, might as well. I probably should have done that before, but I'm looking back at it now. It was a 4 and a 3, so it wouldn't matter. Okay. Strength.
A 9. These are insurmountable brambles. We'll say you're about half. Oh, sorry, 13.
Did we do
13.
yeah, 13.
With the advantage. So we'll say you're about 2/3 of the way through. So you are almost broken through, but not quite. And you've dug out enough loose dirt. The supports aren't in. You haven't moved the dirt yet, but people could scramble through without getting torn up if they need to. Giant Badger, is there anything else you can think to do at this point?
He is going to try. I mean, he's still trying to be quiet, even though.
Okay.
As far as he knows.
Go ahead and give me a quick stealth.
Oh, let's see. Here we go. Dale.
You're just not a quiet badger. Anrin, you're seeing this all go down. The badger's just having trouble. There's more roots, more problems than expected, but it is moving forward. Show has run past you, making some noise. What are you doing?
And you are muted. Just right now.
Oh, mute!
Yeah, it's because I have an entire kobold army behind me going off. I don't know if you can hear that, but the dog is screaming. The bird is screaming. It's just very loud back here.
Okay.
That said, I'm going to try and mask myself.
Okay.
And use the brambles. I can see perfectly well in the dark.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm going to use the sound from the badger and hope that plus my natural ability to sort of like stay in the shadow will help me make it at least through the brambles without too much damage and too much noise, using the advantage the badger's already given. So I can't remember if I get advantage on these throws or if I just get the opportunity to do the throw.
So you just get the stealth. So just go ahead and roll me a stealth to start. Okay. It's the brambles are almost impassable. Moving 5 feet in them would take an entire turn. But the badger's made enough of a hole that if you were willing to dive down there and kind of push up and brute your way through that last bit, you could come up out of Aldana's feet. They'd probably notice you erupting out of the earth, though.
Okay, but I could be right on the edge of this, right?
But you're saying there's a chance.
Okay, and that's exactly where I'm going to be. They just won't know that I'm there.
Okay.
Okay, but I'm ready to come out of there as soon as the badger makes it all the way through.
Got it. So you're basically pressed up, in that little gap that the badger's opened up. You're in some of the thorns kind of peeking out. Thankfully, the humans are night blind.
I know that.
Away to the north, Zuda comes down to see what's going on. Sees Show. Zuda knows this game. Zuda's played this game before. Zuda starts spinning up the sling. 25 feet is going to put it at disadvantage. A 15 Show?
Will miss.
Will miss. Hear alarm being raised. The kobolds calling out and barking. They
I do have my shield equipped now.
Okay.
So.
Yaz, what are you up to?
Could I help with putting in the supports? Because I don't think any have been put in, right?
None have been put in so far, but yeah, you could get down in there, start hauling out some of the dirt, putting in the little slats just to keep the roots and the brambles up to make it a tunnel rather than collapsing.
I'm gonna help with that.
Sure, absolutely. Did you have any construction skills at all?
Disguise kit is like construction on the face.
Yes. Okay. Yes. Landscaping is man landscaping.
Yeah, manscaping is like landscaping.
Yes. This is all how that works. So yes, you've got the idea. Keep the roots up, get the dirt out, no problem.
Yeah.
Rob.
Give it a nice trim.
Yeah, exactly.
You keep the root down.
Yeah.
Down. All right.
You don't want the roots to show, so you got to do a nice job. Get in there. Sorry, Rob.
So that's right. So Show left and went the opposite direction. I thought we were going. Well, now we're heading.
Figuring.
Where you going? All right, then I guess we're going. I'll just run. And then I can hear the sling wind up right when I get up here.
Oh yeah.
The one that where they missed. And so when they miss, can I kind of see from the light of the fire on the are they backlit at all for me?
It's a decently moonlit night, so you can see.
Okay.
It's dim light.
All right. So at is that Rug? I'm zoomed out too far.
Yeah, sure.
Here.
Rug. Yep.
Rug. At Rug, I'm gonna just say, "You smell like ass, monkey. You funky monkey." And that's not my best work, but I'm hurrying because I thought we were going now. See, so I thought we were going southeast, and you turned. I don't know where you're going, but that's so vicious mockery at.
I said up the river, up the river.
Oh, up the. Oh man! All right, see that's on me now. That's vicious mockery. I think I got a 13 wisdom save. Oh, well, it
Rug.
wasn't my best work. I don't feel bad.
Rug is wearing his confidence atop his head. He belongs to the Hair Club for Men, and you just Hair Club for Kobolds rather. Just can't knock that down. That's going to bring round to Aldana. Aldana is seeing this. Now, Anrin, you can see Aldana is starting to track down and move along in this direction, pulling the ambush drakes away. They do move out of your defended zone. Are you going to take the attack of opportunity or see if they get drawn away?
Well, you're underground though, right?
Standing in the brambles, like right on the edge.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she sort of crouched down lower than most of the foliage, taking advantage of all that.
Oh, okay. I thought you were like in the tunnel.
Just like popped up. When we say tunnel, it's more like just below the roots, like the dirt's being dug out and all that thatch and stuff is still sitting up there.
Okay.
So I'm thinking about this, and I'm going to wait until they. I definitely want to wait until they follow, if they will follow, because it'll give me a better chance. I'm not going to take the attack of opportunity. I haven't gone into a rage yet.
Problem. It does seem like they are taking their shots. Sling Rob coming at you within 30 feet. So this one's disadvantaged because of the darkness. A 5 is gonna miss.
You bet it is.
And as you laugh, the kobold lets loose. It has no such issue with darkness. Rob, crits.
Oh, jeez.
6 points of bludgeoning damage from the ever-confident Rug.
Oh, it's Rug, is it?
It was Rug. And Rug continues to move along to the north, trying to match pace with Show, keeping that going. The ambush drakes prowl along beside, looking for a way to get to you all. Show.
It's working, Show. It's working. We're pulling them away.
I'm gonna. Let's see. I'm gonna throw a javelin at Aldona.
Mm-hmm.
And after this, I will only have one javelin left.
You do have advantage. Aldona can't see it coming. You didn't
Wow.
need advantage.
Nice.
For 15 points of damage.
15 points of damage. Aldana goes down. As they fall, the kobolds look around and realize that the numeric advantage is fading quickly, and they start calling out in that barking voice responses from the south. You suspect a few more from the south are likely to come along after them. Show anything else for you?
I've just moved, and that's it.
You got it. Giant Badger, you can easily break through this round. No check needed. It's only another 5 feet or so.
We are not going to go this round because, would we still be kind of in the cover?
You'd still be in cover. You'd be breaking the ground through.
All right.
All those rolls.
There are numbers. Anrin,
That's good. We want them because that's who's coming after us.
the
I
tunneling
know, but it's still.
the tunneling is complete. You now have free passage back and forth. There's still some supporting to be done. You can see a way to the east. A half dozen or so mixed humans and kobolds have started moving in this direction. The others are continuing away to the north. What are you doing?
I can see that to the east.
Yes, you can see that
Oh, this group right here.
So this group down here,
Yep.
they look like they're about to pursue. The kobolds have called back for reinforcements, and that's one of the patrolling groups that's able to break away.
Okay, this is fascinating. I'm gonna go ahead. They're far enough away that I'm confident that they're not going to see me. I'm gonna step back here. 1, 2, and I'm gonna attack this one.
Oh, okay. Sneaking out there under cover of darkness. Kobolds have a passive perception that you are still fully in stealth. Please make your attack with advantage.
Okay, how do I do advantage on here?
Just a normal attack, and we use the higher of the two numbers.
Okay.
So a 20 in that case.
Nice.
Beautiful. 8 points of damage, and you silence that kobold before it can even call out. Now, unfortunately, that's a big thwack, and you're standing in the middle of open ground at the moment, so the others are likely to notice you to the northwest. The ones to the east, perhaps not yet. What else you doing?
You should still
I'm
have
going to go
20
ahead.
feet of movement.
Yeah, I was gonna say I still have some movement there, so I'm going to take it and go. What's this barrier again? Right here. The wall, is it?
Sorry, the little gray barrier there, that's just a small wall of like grapes and berries, raspberries, that sort of thing. It is not any meaningful obstruction. You could step right through it.
I'm going to. 15, 20, and now I should be back out of everybody's line of sight. Pretty
Okay.
much.
Go ahead and give me a stealth check on that one. Just need to double check on these ambush drakes. I think they may have noticed you, and indeed they seem to have. So the kobold
Okay.
rug doesn't seem to have caught on to what happened. They look around, but they think perhaps another javelin or something along those lines. But those two dog-like drakes have got their noses pointed in your direction and are likely to come after you. Yaz, what are you up to?
Am close behind giant badger,
Mhm.
and I'm going to use more supports just to keep things
Sure.
supported.
You got it. At this point, you've laid down enough supports. It'll keep the brambles out. It won't be pleasant, but people can get through at speed.
Perfect.
You got it. Anything else you want to do this round?
I'm assuming just that is an action.
That's the action, but then you've got movement left if you want to be on either side or...
Yeah, I might place myself sneaky over here.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a stealth check.
Okay. Stealth. Come on.
No.
No!
We have
I love it when a plan comes together.
I should have used advantage.
Coca still has a chance.
So...
Kolka, save me!
Rob Oakes, I'm not sure what to say about the plan at this point. It seems to be going differently than it was outlined to me. But what are you up to?
Yeah, I don't know about this plan either. It sounds so good.
Oh, you know what? I'm sorry, Rob. I forgot to resort. Two of these folks down here were very much on the ball.
Okay.
And they start moving along. Now they're not the Russian type. They're just sort of staying in formation, making their way over. They can see Yaz, and Yaz, I think a couple of sling stones are probably coming your way. I don't know if you just dove to ground in front of them or whatever happened there, but a pair of disadvantaged slings coming in. 15, Yaz?
Yeah, that will probably hit. Yes,
All right,
it does.
4 points of damage there, and then a total botch on that one. And then, I'm sorry, Rob, what you doing now?
Well, I am gonna stick with the plan. No, I'm not. I'm gonna.
I don't think there is a plan anymore.
No, and in fact, we've lost all of the draw that we had. So I'm gonna do. I'm gonna run the other way. And I'm gonna take a full dash, but I'm gonna scream my head off, and I'm gonna be singing Bob Dylan to annoy the dungeon master, so that all of the kobolds will pay attention. I'll be singing the most annoying Bob Dylan song I can think of. Everybody must get stoned. and
And you hear the kobolds chanting along. La la la. All the
They
slings are
stone-
moving in unison. It's like
They
bull roarers. You hear it like.
They stone me when I'm hiding behind the bush. They stone me when I'm standing on the rush. I did not think I'd get off all alone, 'cause everybody must get stoned. And that's hopefully drawing some of their attention this way.
Yeah. So attention is drawn in several directions at once. Let's see here. Rug up north, who really has it out for you, Rob.
I got words for him.
Yeah, I think Rug might. It's so alone and so blue. Rug's gonna keep up after the half orc up here. So Show, you've got a rock coming at you. It is at disadvantage. Show a 17.
Will miss because
Will
I have my
miss.
shield.
Good shield. The ambush drakes streak across the way. They are going after Anrin. Which one? This one. Streaking over towards Anrin. Ambush drake. Anrin. Bite for nothing. We've got Hoer. Where are you at, Hoer? Down here is marching up. Yaz, you got a disadvantaged slingshot. A 14, probably a miss. Cess, marching forward. Uh-oh. Double check it, and if it does, for 3.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, no. Yaz, another slingstone coming at you. Why did you go over on this side of the wall? 17 for 4.
Ah! Rob, I'm
Ambush.
being stoned.
Everybody.
What? Kids, no.
Boy.
Ambush drakes after Anrin. A 15? Anrin, does a 15 get you?
Does, yes.
It does. 5 points of damage there. Radra. Coming down to see what's going on with all this noise here. Radra can see, but not well. Disadvantage on a sling coming at you, Rob Oaks. 7's gonna miss, and Show, what you doing up there?
Put the Kumadir. I'm coming back to here. I will chuck my last javelin at Rug. And it doesn't. There it goes. 5 damage to Rug.
No, Rug!
Did Rug go down?
Rug went down!
Oh, I had words for him. Oh, well.
Sorry.
I'm over his
Someone will
no.
need to speak at his funeral.
Show anything else for you?
No.
Giant Badger.
Giant Badger peeks out and does his face and looks a bit confused. And yeah, is there a way that I could kind of now just burrow? Can I just burrow like away from our little tunnel that we made for some reason? Can I just burrow
I mean,
towards
you can.
at this point? Because I mean,
Because Badger got a burrow.
I gotta burrow.
Chiquito's just going to abandon us, and I don't.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm out.
A bunch of losers. Apparently, you don't stone a badger.
He
I
can
get
reach the door.
so I'm gonna just burrow 10 feet. That's my movement. Oh, I could dash, huh? Can I dash an extra 10 burrowing?
I mean, you can come
For an
above
action?
ground and then switch back to normal movement, unless you really want to keep burrowing. You could dash,
No,
burrow, and stay below ground the whole time.
No, I'll get up and then I'll burrow again. Run.
Okay.
Let me check my movement speed, and I could.
So you could travel 30 feet on the ground and then dive and dig 10 more feet with your dash.
Oh,
So
cool.
you could,
Yeah,
you
let's
could
do
run
that.
30 and then dash to dig 10.
And
That's
then
better.
big 10 right here.
Okay.
It's like land butterfly.
Yeah.
Take
I
note,
have
bullets. This
literally
is how it's
idea
done.
what is happening now.
Okay, you are under the ground, Badger. That's going to bring a Corolla down here. Corolla rushing forward. Yaz still just flopping around over there, being pelted by
Oh,
stones. Another sling disadvantage coming in. Yaz, 17 for 4.
Oh no!
Oh no! Wait! That was the wrong button. It's supposed to be a cultist. Cultists aren't quite as good with their slings. 13. Does a 13 hit?
It meets, so
Oh,
I think
no.
yes.
Except you're prone.
Is Yaz prone? I don't think. I'm.
Except-
I think we did say he tripped.
It was disadvantage anyway. Does a 13 hit?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But I'm
Try
glad
it.
we've
Try it.
established your problem.
I'm glad we had the discussion.
And we can't wait.
Uh,
For...
Anrin.
Oh.
Anrin, what are we up to? Oh, mute?
Got-
Oh, there you go. No, you're good. You're
Am
good.
I muted?
No, it just didn't
Okay.
pick you up for a second.
Yeah, it's been doing that. Hang on. Maybe that'll work better. Okay. I'm going to attack the these guys.
Sure. And wow, you do indeed attack. Did you bonus action rage before you attacked?
Yes.
Okay.
I probably did that.
So on your character sheet, make sure to click the rage button so it adds the rage damage.
Yeah. So you
Here's
got
the
it.
raid button.
It's in your attacks.
Oh, there it is. I see it. And I
Yeah.
just clicked the.
I realized last session I forgot the entire time, and probably would have killed many more things.
Like
So-
this little plus thing underneath rage, or is it?
The little checkbox next to rage damage.
Got it. Got it.
If you just click that, then it'll apply that to all of your attacks.
Got it. But I'll go ahead and give you your 2 for 11. Unfortunately, those ambush drakes are tough. It doesn't look like it could take another one of those, but it is still standing. Anrin, anything else?
So, I'm still level 1. No, I'm level 2.
2.
Yeah.
Two. Come on, guys. Still learning how to be a barbarian.
Barbarian.
Barbarian. Okay. I know that there is something. Why is it not where I had it?
Well, so you bonus action raged, you attacked, so really it's just movement at this point that you would have left.
That's all I can do. Okay.
Yep.
I thought there was something else, but if there isn't, then I'm going to go ahead and move over. Is this a window, by the way?
So if you do step away from them, you could invite
I'm
attacks of
gonna get-
opportunity.
I got it. I don't care.
Okay. So there are windows over there. They are currently shut from the inside and secured. People have been attacking. But you could get up to where the shutters are. And what do you do
There's-
once you're there?
I'm
Uh,
going to take the my hand
Mhm.
just as hard as I can, and I'm going to bang on the shutters, and I'm going to say, "If you want to live, open the damn window."
Okay. That's an interesting tactic. You're going to get 2 bites on the way for the run. So here's the 2 bites. 1, 2. An 18 for 5. And a 21 for 5. You get to half that, so only 4 points of damage there. That's how math works. And then go ahead and give me a persuasion.
Okay, persuasion. Oh, come on, guys, believe me.
And 11 isn't fantastic, but you hear someone rushing over going, "Who's out there? What?"
Anna from the fort.
What? And unfortunately, it doesn't seem to just have communicated enough for them to believe you just yet. And you can hear all of the noise of the kobolds and the raiders about you. Yaz, you've had a rough few moments. What are you doing now?
I'm dying on the inside and the outside. I think I am going to...
Rethink that being close thing.
So just for me to double check, temporary hit points do not stack, correct?
Temporary hit points do not stack.
Okay.
You get the highest of the number of them that you have, but they don't go doubled up. The only ones that do is aid, because it actually increases your hit points.
Gotcha. Okay, I see. All right. I could still do part of this plan. I am going to stand up.
Mm-hmm.
That's half movement?
Going from prone to standing is half your movement.
Okay. I'm going to cast False Life on myself.
Okay.
Boop.
1d4 plus 4 temporary hit points. Check.
Does it...
You have to roll your d4 there. Yeah.
Yeah. 1d4.
So 6 total.
That's something. Okay.
Doubled your effective hit points.
And plus?
Yeah.
Yeah, with a plus. And I'm going to use the remaining of my... Is Sho running back towards us? Or...
Yes.
Okay. I'm going
I don't know. Next time we
run...
don't make a plan. Fuck plans.
I'm kind of on the same deal here. There's no good place to run now that I'm standing up. I think I'm just going to drop back down.
Yeah, stands up, casts a spell, false life, starts looking really awesome, like the patch fills in on the frill, and then just drops back down.
Yeah, he stands up. I had the plan. Oh, no, I don't. And then drop back
Plans
down.
are for sucks. I'm out.
There's too many of them.
I look, I realize what I'm up against. I'm like, oh, hell no. And I drop back down.
Okay, boy, oh boy. So we're going to set this back to Never Whisper so everybody can see what's going on. We're going to do one more sort on the turn order, and that's going to have Boca and Alda, and we're going to add the rest of our combatants. Because everybody's angry now.
And therefore,
Let's get
go ahead. Yep.
Ah.
Everybody must get stoned.
All right. The only good news so far is those huge clouds of noxious gases to the north have prevented Whiff and Whiff's crew from noticing what's going on. But in the meantime, Olda continues to rush forward, now drawing within easy slinging distance Yaz is prone, so this is still a disadvantage. Yaz, a 10's probably gonna
helping
miss.
Oh, that does help me.
Boca comes rushing up towards the prone Yaz, can't quite get within range, slings a stone at the ground, disadvantage, a 17 for 5. Rob Oakes, what are you up to?
All right.
Save yourself, run.
See as how our plan has gone so well. I'm gonna shout out, yeah, the greenest guard have come back. All right, this way, guys. We're gonna hit them from the deep south, over here where the bushes are the thickest. It's a great plan. Follow me, boy. And
All right.
And then I'm gonna dash here.
So here's what I'm thinking.
That's the best plan we've had all day.
I'm thinking we're going to set the bar at 7. I'm going to have you roll deception. Any number greater than 7, the difference is how many of the folks on the southern door that aren't already engaged fall for it and start heading south to see what's going on.
Okay, this is not my strong suit, but here we go. Yep. Damn it! I should have used inspiration. Why?
You're gonna draw one more from
Plan.
Kogo gave us inspiration.
I know. So did Alex, and I didn't use it. It would have only given us an 11, but it still would have been 4.
So Radra, the only kobold who was pursuing you, is like, this fool's not worth my time, and turns and heads back towards Yaz.
Damn, we suck.
Oh.
Man.
All right. With that, Norman steps away from the door, heading over to deal with this issue. Stands right next to a nondescript patch of earth, no idea what lurks below, and hucks a sling stone over towards Yaz. Disadvantage on the attack. A 6 is going to miss. Ambush Drake up north, attacking Anrin. Anrin, it runs over. You can hear people scrambling at the window. It seems like they are responding. It just didn't happen quite quick enough. Bite attack, a 16 for 2, half that down to 1. Down south, Hoer rushing over, sling stone at Yaz. Well, actually, Hoer just ran in and out of the Badger's attack range. Badger, do you wish to erupt from the earth for an attack of opportunity, or are you chilling down there?
I'm chilling.
Okay. Sling stone at Yaz. 15 for 3.
Yeah, that hits.
All right.
Oh.
It's okay, guys. It's okay.
It's
really not.
It's
It's
fine.
really not.
Ramus comes running over, top speed. No sling stone for this soldier of the Dragon Queen. Scimitar only. Waves it threateningly and runs fast. Cess gets up in range, sling stone. Yes, you're just a little target on the floor. A 7's gonna miss. Ambush Drake up north for Anrin. Anrin, 21 for 5, half that down to 2. Wow, there's a lot of kobolds.
They really are.
Goku's gonna run over. Givn, Radra, all running over. 3 more sling stones coming down at you, Yaz. All at disadvantage. 1, 2, 3. That was a 5, a 10, and a 6. Those are all misses. Show, it is your turn.
I knew that Yaz was going to be the best distraction we had.
Yeah.
I know, seriously.
This is what I get for making plans.
I'm going to go up to here and I'm going to throw my last javelin at the northwesternmost kobold. I can't see his name.
You got it. Who is that? That is Hwar.
And as I do, I'm going to yell at Yes, get behind me!
16's gonna hit. Let's see some damage. 5 is enough. The kobold falls.
I wouldn't mind if I didn't roll minimum damage on it, but 5 is enough.
5 is enough. Show anything else.
I will rage.
All right. And as rage engages, Denats moves away from the door. Denats hucking a stone at the prone Yaz. Yaz! A 6 is gonna miss. Giant Badger, there's a lot of footsteps around you. What are you doing?
Giant Badger is gonna go here.
Wait, you're the only one with a good idea.
Yes.
Giant Badger is gonna go here
Okay.
and try to erupt from the floor and bonk his head on the.
Okay, I mean you're a big creature, so if you come up under the earth, you could start prying your way up from under the floorboards.
Okay.
Okay. And about that same time, from inside, Anrin's cries have had an effect. The door, no longer braced, bursts open, and coming out, about 8 of the townsfolk. They're not well armed. They just have pieces of furniture, legs of chairs and such broken out. But they see that this is probably their only opportunity, their only hope. And they come surging out and surround Akabe.
Yeah.
Over near Anrin, the window is thrown open. An older man looks out at you, trying to sort out what's going on. Anrin, you see clouds of smoke come up, and it's enough to cause you to choke your eyes to water. You don't know how they've been staying in there this long. But people will be climbing out the window towards you in just a moment. There's about 20 of them all told, but these are simple farm folk, not adventurers, and probably not quite as sturdy. However, Akabe is going to be taking 5 clubs from these simple farm folk. Simple farm folk indeed. Akabe does not weather the storm and falls under their onslaught. They pour out, sort of securing that little entrance, looking around to see what's going on. Corolla sees what's happening, turns and moves back towards them, pulling out scimitar, swinging at one of the commoners. That is enough, and the commoner falls. Anrin, what are you up to?
Playing one of these drakes. Trying
Got
to
it.
anyway.
One to the south is the one that's hurt.
Well, that's the one that's going to get it.
Got it. And get it, indeed it does. 3 points, 5 points, not quite enough to take it out, but it does not look good anymore. Anrin, anything else?
I just tell the people, wait inside and have I been able to see the badger at all during this?
I think you're seeing something erupting from the ground, and the commoners look concerned about what's going on, but since it's a badger and this is a temple of Shantae, and it's got those non-threatening little bead eyes. So let's go back to that for a moment. What impression are you trying to give as you tear through the floorboards into the temple of Shantae?
Hi guys.
Okay.
I'm here to help.
I'm almost certain that druids can't talk when they're in beast form.
Okay.
Okay. Just happy badger. So yeah, Anrin, you see that going on. The badger is now inside. It doesn't look like people could squeeze through that badger-shaped hole that it's left behind, but they do now have the freedom of the southern door. Yaz, what are you up to?
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yes. Is
Get behind me. I said it before, please.
Okay. No hungry jaws for this one today. Yeah, I'm going to get up and then 5, 10, 50.
You are going to die if you don't.
I've already almost died once. It's okay. You get used to it.
Don't.
Oh wait, where was I sitting before I ran?
I
Right there.
believe you were right about there.
I was right here.
Yeah.
Okay, 5, 10. Not worth it. Okay.
Back down.
I was thinking of things. And now that I am 15 feet away, I'm going to turn. I'm going to do what's it called? Hexblade's Curse.
Okay.
And I'm going to place it. I'm gonna place it on Boca.
Okay.
Yeah, that's him. Boca.
Boca is Hexblade Cursed.
Hexblade Curse is cursed? Yeah, as a bonus action, choose one creature you can see within 30 feet. They're cursed for a minute. I gain bonus to damage rolls, equal to proficiency bonus. Oh, and I have a improved critical hit.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. And if I can find a way to send it to chat, I will so you can see it. There it is.
Ooh, nice.
Okay. I'm going to do that, and I think... Was that a... Yeah, as a bonus action. So now I'm going to use Eldritch Blast.
Sounds
on
good.
Boca.
You got it.
Do it.
Cool.
Yeah!
Called your shot.
Nice.
8 points of
Excellent.
damage. One
And
bit of
then-
bad news. Boca
Uh-oh.
started out with 9 hit points. He's got 1.
Wait.
Does that have the Hexblade's curse damage on it?
Does
Yeah.
that have the Hexblade's curse? It does not. That's enough. Wop wop.
Call the shot. And now I get some additional hit points back.
You
Or
got
temporary
it.
Hit points. No, hit points.
Yeah,
You get-
you actually
you
heal.
get-
Still hit
Heal.
point.
That
Nice.
feels good.
Yaz, anything else?
I think that's all I can do.
All right.
That was the best plan so far.
Excellent plan. Well developed and executed. That's going to bring up Olda. Olda is going to move forward, see Sho, and say, you know what? Ranged attacks are good. So Sho, you're going to get a ranged attack coming at you. You are prone or standing?
If I can be standing there, I am.
Okay.
I didn't choose to be prone.
Yep, no problem. You are standing then. So standard sling attack coming at you. Doesn't matter in the slightest. Rob Oakes, what are you doing down south there?
This did not work out as I had intended, and I'll feel really far away from everybody. You're so far away. Doesn't anybody? All right. And then I'm going to run 30. I'd already marked this out, but then I forgot where I'd marked it to. Run 30 to here. Oh.
So 30 gets you there-ish, and then 60 would get you there-ish?
But can I see over here? Can I see Redra
Sure.
from here?
Yep.
All right. I'm out of songs. I'm just Rob's tired. He just ran, and so he's just gonna look at Roger. He's like, "You're really tiny for a kobold, and what you got? You probably got pick glass for kobold kickball, and nobody liked you. You ate lunch alone." And that's my vicious mockery.
Ouch.
It was really mean.
Do you feel that so hard that he died?
Oh, he fielded it pretty hard. Didn't
Before
quite die
poison.
from it, though.
But real
I
talk,
don't care. I'm tired.
Emotionally dead inside, but it worked quite well.
I hope you felt that, bastard. All right.
it was all true.
Oh, just
He's
crumbles.
reliving. He's reliving kobold grade school. Oh,
no.
good.
Which
and
is
with
probably,
that,
3 months ago?
Yeah, it probably was.
we got Normance here. Normance evaluates the horde of people trying to get out and decides we got to bottle them back up. Rushes back in towards the kobolds, towards the commoners. Scimitar swinging. Not gonna do. No one hurt. Ambush Drakes hot on Anrin's heels. A bite. Anrin 18 for 5, half that to 2 again. Ramus here, heading on over. Ramus looks a little fancier than the other folks, using that whole sword thing going. And in fact, swings twice with their sword. The first attack with advantage on the roll. If it hits, I should turn to rolling on the right way.
What's granting advantage?
That they are fanatical. Fanatically
okay.
dumb, apparently. But they do get a second swing. That will hit for 1 point of damage, perhaps. 19, I think. That is going to bring up Cess here. Cess rushing forward. Now that they have a friend in combat. Kobold, pack tactics apply. Show. You got a dagger coming at you with advantage. Nothing doing. Anrin up there with the ambush drakes. Bite attack. An 8 for nothing. These kobolds move in on the commoners. Friends in play with advantage. 21 for 3. Commoner weathered it, but does not look good. Givney moving in to drive these. Whoop! Can't get there, so you go there. Attacks the wounded. Advantage on the attack. 16 will do it. Another commoner falls. Radra looks down at Rob. Thinks of all that anger, all that hatred. Moves down and spins up their sling. At super disadvantage, the stone launches. 14, Rob?
Will hit.
3 points of bludgeoning damage.
Rob ain't great at a lot of things.
Show, it comes around to you.
I'm going to draw my maul, and I'm going to use one of the chat inspirations, and I'm going to swing it at Ramus's head.
Okay. You hit Ramus's head quite well. Ramus's
13 points of damage.
head absorbs 13 points of damage and is still blinking and standing and probably will counter at some point unless you have something else to do.
Nope.
Got it. That'll bring us round to Danatz. Danatz looks between what's going on and realizes that Team West was needing a little help. They head over. Looks at Sho with the big axe. Looks at Yaz looking a little tipsy there. Yaz, Slingstone coming at you.
Whoa.
8 is going to miss. Giant
Yes.
Badger. What are you up to? You have free run of the place. It smells awful in here.
Going to look. Does he see anyone else, or from what he could see, is there any other
So all
commoners about?
all the able-bodied folk have rushed to the doors and to the windows. So those are the combatants that you would see. The rest are children or have suffered so terribly from the choking gas they just can't do much of anything.
Okay. I guess in that case, now that he's seen what happened, he's gonna come out here. He's just gonna get up and start running towards
Okay.
the door. Can I burrow underneath and come out here?
Sure.
All right. And I'm going to attack.
Okay.
I'm going to attack. I can't see the human's name.
Normans.
I'm going to attack Normans. I'm going to give him a bite first.
Okie doke. That will hit. Go ahead and click the word bite in chat to roll the damage. 4 points. Normance is still standing.
And I'm going to claw him.
6 is
Maybe
just
not.
going to miss. The crowd behind you is choking, gasping. They've barely got breath or voice, but you can still hear a little glimmer of hope in their voice. Shanti must be blessing us and protecting us as a Badger bounds out of the temple on the offensive. Corolla, having none of that, swings round, pulls out his scimitar, and swings down at the angry badger. Scimitar attack. 19 for 4.
Okay.
Anrin, what you up to?
To finally kill one of these things, I hope. Okay.
5 more points of damage will not quite do it.
Seriously?
The Drake is hanging on. You did 11 to start, and then you've done 10 since then, and 11 was exactly half, so on the sliver. Anrin, anything else for you?
I can't use unarmed attack, but I wish I could. Nope.
All right, Yaz, they're closing in.
Yes,
You're
they
gonna
are.
multi-class monk one of these days.
Yaz is going to use his hungry draws to first take a bite out of Kobold.
Okay,
Munch.
that does work. 2 points of bitey damage.
Okay, and gives me temporary hit points of 3.
Sounds good.
Wow.
Because every little bit helps.
Every little bite helps, yeah.
Every little bite helps. And then, so that was a bonus action. And then I'm going to use Arms of Hadar.
Okay.
Like this. And so they have to make a strength saving throw or be Hadar'd.
Can I make the recommendation that you would probably know to move to here before you did that?
Absolutely.
Okay. Because
I do.
that's
I do
10
that.
feet. So you probably want to just swing on over, like, there,
Yeah.
sort of ways.
Swing.
Swing.
I mean, the chances of me making a DC 13 strength save are pretty good, but I'd rather not have.
Yeah.
Okay.
Does it hit friendlies? Probably. Not.
I feel like it
Never.
probably would. So,
Oh yeah,
but
all creatures.
DC 13 strength saving throw. We'll take care of the 2 kobolds first. Number 1, number 2. They
Hell
are
yeah.
not handling this. Those kobolds fall into your arms. We've then got Danats.
Maybe tonight.
No. 8 points of damage. The Gnats will stay standing. Ramus also fails. 8 points of damage is enough for Ramus, leaving only
Hell
one
yeah.
Nice
standing.
work, yes.
Nicely done. Yaz, anything else for you?
Excellent job.
He's just going to make very loud, like, yes! Like, just like he did something. Take
So-
that, you fools!
So-
and just be very excited.
Yaz, there's something that comes with making loud noises in battle. Do you know what that is?
People notice me.
It is people noticing you. Even people in clouds have ears. So
Oh,
from
shit.
up north. No, Yaz, I'm just saying that to make you feel bad. They were entering combat this round anyway.
Yeah, wait a second.
Whiff's team joins the fray. Rob, you hear an odd clank and sputter. You hear tubes being torn away, and you see clouds of smoke rising up in the air as Whiff disengages its evil device from the back wall and turns it into a mobile cloud of doom. What are you
What?
doing way down there?
Well, that can't be good. No. Well, I'm gonna look at Roger and I'm gonna say, now see, you're still all alone. I don't think anything's improved for you at all. You still must suck pretty bad. They just left you to take care of the shitty bard. I mean, clearly don't think very highly of you at all. DC 13.
DC 13, wisdom saving throw from our kobold. Come on, Radra! No! All
And
those,
I shamed her to death.
all those
Brain.
years.
And then I'm gonna move my 30.
All 14 years spent in Kobold High School came crushing down, and then
That'd kill
Rob.
anybody.
There you go. Rob moves north towards the fray, but from far north, emerging, choking, coughing, sputtering, and heading down in this direction once they can see what's going on. Whiff's team. Down south, Bruno. Where you at, Bruno? Bruno? That was Bruno. Oh, Brecht is who I should have moved. Sorry about that. Wrong person. Brecht. Ambush Drake attacking Anrin. Bite. 22 for 2. Half that down to 1. Norman's down south. Fighting with the Badger. Badger. A 9? How easy to hit are Badgers? Probably not that easy.
Not hard, but not that easy.
Yeah, 10.
Okay.
Oh man.
Pretty close, though. Pretty close. Egni comes down, glad to be out of this horrible gas. And Egni can now see Anrin. Egni's going to send a stone down Anrin's way. Disadvantage. But still a 20 for 5. Half that down to 2. Ambush Drake on Anrin's heels. Bite. A 13's probably going to miss. Down south.
That's not.
Oh, it doesn't?
No.
13 then for 6. Half that down to 3.
I'd be down.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Got trapped against the building. I should have known better, but I'm raging.
Down south at the southern door, they're fighting with the Badger, the defender of Shanti's temple, it seems. Kobold, pack tactics, advantage on the dagger, on the Badger. 15 on the Badger for 6.
All right.
Followed up by the next Kobold, right side by side. Advantage on the dagger. 21 for 5.
He is. Guess who's back?
Wah, wah, wah.
God damn, that hurt. I love that
Surprise.
voice.
And you would see that.
Oh, I'm sorry. Do you remember what your initiative was?
8.
8.
8? Okay.
Yeah.
Pretty much. We'll drag you back in here at the 8s. Get on up there. Show. What you got?
I'm going to move to here and take a reckless attack with the maul.
Okay.
I'm sort of just swinging it above my head and trying to just clock him on the way by.
Sounds good. A 13 is good enough. Let's see some damage. That'll
10.
do it. Show anything else.
And I'll go to there.
Got it. Chiquito. You've got their attention.
I sure do. Definitely do. I guess he is going to. I was trying to think what I would rather be.
I think with a wolf you get pack tactics, right?
If I could
Right.
be anything.
The commoners are allies.
Yeah. Are
That
they?
hyena was pretty epic.
Oh
It
yeah,
was.
hyena
It
gives you
was
a lot of
epic.
hit points. And that's good with the kobolds because they're only 5. And if you hit with the hyena, enough
Can
fight
wrap
power
it.
to.
Rampage!
Rampage. But I mean, or I could just go with something that gives me multi-attacks anyway. So
I'm sort of envisioning this happening like across the battlefield. Chiquito's like, what should I be? You're all like, hyena, wolf, cuddly tapir.
Try being a cricket.
You shut up, Divney! Nobody
All
else.
Hey, Anrin is going, what?
So what did we decide upon, if anything?
Cricket.
yeah, that'll do it. I think
Dire cricket.
Dire cricket. It has 3 hit points.
We'll go with,
it's sized up to tiny.
Yeah.
You know what? We're gonna go with a. We're gonna go with.
At least and move on.
We're gonna go with. He's gonna start kind of turning a bit, and he's going to turn into a Deinonychus.
Cool.
Deinonychus.
What
Deinonychus.
is that?
As that's why I waited till he could. His mouth is gonna open wide again, and sharp claws are gonna start coming, or sharp fangs are gonna start coming out, and he's gonna turn a bit more reptilian in nature, and he's gonna grow a tail.
You may have selected one that I don't have in my
Okay.
list of things, but that's okay. Do you have the stats for it, Andy?
I do.
Okay, so you'll just have to roll manually.
All right, you got it.
For the moment, we're just going to say that you're a small one of these. And scoot you up here next to my commoner token. And eventually, roll 20 will catch up to what I just did. Any day.
All right. So
Take your time.
for my, well, I guess I could just do it right here then. I get a multi-attack. I'm going to first attack. Let me see. Oh yeah, perfect. Let's go ahead and attack this human right here next to me. I forget his name again. I'm sorry.
Sure, Normans, I think.
Yeah. He's not gonna have a name pretty soon.
That's
I'm gonna attack. I hope.
hit you so hard
I
you don't
get-
get a name anymore.
I get to make 3 attacks. So I get to do 1 with a bite and 2 with the claws.
I'm gonna have to get whatever monster manual that comes from. I want to use that against people.
Yeah, definitely.
So go
This
ahead.
Volvo's guide.
Oh, is that a Volos?
Yeah, Volvo's guide to monsters.
Spell the word. D.
D. It's
It's
D
Deinonychus?
E I N. Deinony.
Oh, I do have one of those. I'm sorry. I was totally spelling it wrong.
You know, to be fair, I probably wouldn't have been able to.
I don't think Deinonychus comes up in standard conversation.
Pretty rare in my circles. But let's see if we can give you this sheet here.
Can I at least use what I rolled before I?
I'm gonna say yes. If you rolled it, you can use it.
17 for
17 will
my
hit.
bite. Okay, and for damage, let me roll. Bite is a 6.
6 points of damage to Normans there. I got so much stuff going on my screen right now. Normans does not have 6 hit points. That will fell the Normans.
Okay, then we'll use a claw attack on. Let me see. Claw attack on Corolla.
Got it.
I'm gonna use 2 of those. Is that set up yet, or should I continue just doing it this way?
You should be able to see it any second now.
Got it. All right. Claw attack. Here we go. And I apologize. I need to tell you everything. that I need to-
Quite all right. 12 is going to hit. Let's see some damage. 3 points of damage.
1 more.
15 for another 3. Corolla is still standing.
It's a very reliable automobile.
Kill. Yeah, definitely.
Chiquito, anything else for you?
Kill. That's it.
All right. At this point, the commoners surge, rushing forward, trying to surround, trying to beat down. They don't really understand what you are, but you seem to be on the side of good at the moment. They lash out. 5 of them surrounding Corolla. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I'm entertained by them just surrounding, just like wailing on him with
Yeah.
legs.
That's how they do. That's all they got, and it takes all of them to do it. But eventually, he does go down. 1 brave soul attacks Givney. Ooh, Look at
It's
you,
like Monty
brave soul.
Python when they were like Monty Python is the granny gang.
Yeah.
Climbing out the window, trying to help Anrin. One of the commoners drops down and tries to cover and heal. Wisdom attempt. They just can't bind your wounds fast enough. They don't really know what's going on. The other two try and attack this weakened-looking Drake. 1, 2. A 15 is enough, and 1 point of damage is what Anrin left him with.
Wow.
Anrin,
Oh, man.
they couldn't heal you fast enough. I do need to ask for a death saving throw. 1 on the fail side. It's going to bring up Golba. Golba's up north here. Charging down. Show, they see you from a distance. Sling stones too far. It's going to be at disadvantage. 15, Show.
We'll miss.
Yaz, what are you doing?
Yes.
Can you get Anran up, or do I need to?
I can move through the commoners, right?
Yes, they're willing to. Give me a persuasion and give me any charisma and get higher than a 5, just to quick convince them that you're not some sort of giant kobold.
All right.
No, I am a giant kobold.
Or give me, a higher than a 5 to scare them back into the temple. Either way.
I am higher in intimidation, but I don't want. Should I scare them back into the temple? They seem to be very helpful. I'm gonna do persuasion.
Okay. Yeah, you're fine.
Nice. Good choice.
Okay.
Yes, it's just like, I am not ankle biter. And they're like, oh, that's exactly what we mean to understand.
Yeah.
And then don't say that, because then she will bite there.
That's true.
So I'm gonna take the good berry and just go
Mhm.
boop right into the mouth.
You got it. Amryn is back at 1 point of health. That did take an action. Yaz, any bonus action or additional movement?
I can't stay here, right? I have to move out of the way.
They shoved aside. That's fine.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I guess that's it.
All right. From the north, with an odd backpack, with long tubes coming out of either side, smoke belching from them, Whiff, the black and white kobold, runs down. As he draws up next to the commoners, you realize he's not trying to attack. He's just letting all this billowing smoke roil around him, and as it does, the commoners begin choking. You feel that starting your turn within 5 feet of Whiff is probably a bad idea. Rob, that's no concern of yours. You're miles away. What are you doing?
But I can see Solara, right? Solara.
Solare? Solara.
Solara.
Solara. Yeah.
Solara.
Shola.
Solara.
Oh.
I wrote
But,
it down phonetically.
I'm going to sing it my
I
way.
spelled it
anyway.
phonetically in my bio.
Did.
Solare is down the road that I must travel. Solare, the darkness of the night. Solare, where I'm going, will you follow? And I just keep singing that. You have 6 d6 of inspiration.
Nice.
That was my bonus, and then I'm going to move 60, which gets me to here. I'm in the tunnel.
Sounds good. That brings up Brecht. Brecht rushes forward, but does not want to come quite close to that kobold. Stays about 5 feet away, sling spinning up, sending a stone down at the now inspired Sholare, and misses terribly. Still got weepy eyes. Bruno's doing much the same. Show a 20 for 4. Egni.
raging?
I am raging, yeah.
Steps up. Show, you got another sling coming at you. This one's standard attack. 14, not going to do much. Ambush Drake in the mix. Looks around, looks at Yaz. Yaz, the big threat. Bite. 17 for 4. Givney down here. Stabbing at the dinosaur with advantage. Dagger attack. 9 is going to miss. Goku standing nearby. No spirit bomb today. Show. What do we got?
I was looking at the attacks, and it wouldn't have made a difference, but I did reckless attack last turn, so those all would have been an advantage. But it comes out all the same.
Okay.
But I'm going to move up to here, and I'm going to reckless attack on Whiff.
Sure, but before you do so, please roll me a Constitution saving throw.
You said if I started my turn there.
That's true. If you had started your turn, it would be a bad thing. It's also bad if you walk into it.
Oh, your language misled me.
It's like it's a battlefield, and he's trying to trick you because he's a kobold master of traps and smells.
But he didn't tell me specifically starting your turn next to him is bad. You did, Casey.
Whiff.
You did.
Whiff.
Constitution saving throw of 10. You're fine. Nothing happens. See, it's only when you're gonna start your turn there it's gonna be bad, maybe. 21's gonna be a hit. Let's see some damage.
For 16 points of damage.
You destroy
Whiff
and the contraption he rode in on.
Nice.
It is just
Get that guy out of here.
Thank God.
Huge
outta here.
plume of horrid, acrid smoke goes up, but the fire's been extinguished. Show, anything else?
No, that's enough.
All right, Chiquito, Dino, whatever you are, what you doing?
Let's go after Goku.
Oh, I can't. I
Goku.
couldn't take that last step because I would have provoked. So I'll stay where I am.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Attack. Let's do it. Kill. First attack. Bite.
19 will hit. 7 will kill, and that was Goku?
Yeah.
You got it.
Goodbye. Claw.
Goodbye. Claw.
That's all I'm saying.
That won't do.
Claw.
That will.
Oh,
Attack.
Very much.
Nice work.
You cleared the southern entrance. 3 of the commoners have fallen, but the others remain. Chiquito.
Can I move?
Go
Can
ahead.
I move? I'm gonna kill. Look back. Kill. And then
As you give out that kill, the obvious sound that dinosaurs make, the commoners are sort of looking towards you as if maybe for guidance, like, should they stay here, should they go? And as you're like, kill, they're like, oh, attack, and start to follow after you. Is that your intent?
just for them to follow at the moment.
Okay, they do so. On their turn, they crowd up around you. They are chanting Shanti's praises, following after you.
Kill.
Amrin, you are conscious but prone. An ambush Drake ready to savage those around you. What are you doing?
to stand
Muted.
up, right?
Oh,
you
sorry.
got the
Yeah,
wall.
sorry. Half movement, stand up.
Okay. So I'm not that I can go anywhere. So I'm going to go ahead and use half my movement to stand up, and I am going to
Oh, there it is.
kill that thing.
That is
that
the
is possible.
correct statement. That is 22, 4 points of damage. 22 is what you needed. That does it. Vengeance served.
What? I'm gonna say
Lean
we
on the
don't
glaive
suck.
and go,
We're
God,
amazing.
that hurts.
We're awesome.
Anrin, any movement for you?
I I'm disengaged from everything right now. I'm just going to sort of like lean back against the building. I can't really do much more.
Seems very, very good idea. From up north, Golba spins up a sling and sends it down your way. Show sevens. Were you reckless still?
I didn't. I did reckless. I did. Yeah.
Okay, you did. So 23 for 3.
Reduced to 1.
Reduced to 1. Golba starts fleeing to the north after throwing the stone. Yaz, what are you up to?
I am going to 5, 10, 15. And here,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to cast a Hex on Agni.
Okay.
I believe that is, yes, it is a bonus action. And not that one. Dang it. That one.
Equally effective, unfortunately. It goes stray.
Dang it. Oh, I forgot to say inspiration. I keep forgetting. It's right in front of me, too.
Big sign on the monitor.
It really is. Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Rob Oakes, you have joined the battle.
I'm gonna bust out of the tunnel and be like, "All right, guys, I'm here. What's happening? All right, let's get this started." Oh. And then I'm going to use my inspiration with a sling on Bruno.
All right, let's see it.
So
Is that 30 feet? That's 30 feet. You're good. Advantaged.
Yep. I did have some movement. All right, here we go.
Awesome.
6 points of damage, and I have nothing.
That hurts, but he doesn't fall.
Contribution.
Yeah, I feel like I'm part of the team now. Thanks, guys. All right, go team.
Go team. At that, Brecht is going to step up, trying to take Show down. Scimitar swing. An 22 because of the advantage for 2 points of damage. Bruno is going to follow up with the same. Closing in. Show. You look like an easy target, but you're not. Egni. Advantage on dagger.
Dinner for...
Wait, dinner? Is that what? All right, just gotta make a note.
16?
16 will hit.
We'll hit 5
Just-
points of damage from Egni, and then Show, what you doing?
I will brain Agni.
Okie doke.
We'll keep with this reckless thing.
Good call. 22 hits. Egni's
For
brains.
dead kobold.
Yep. Show.
And then I'm just gonna alternate my gaze between the two here and salivate.
Chiquito? I don't
Kill.
know which one they're more concerned about. The dinosaur bird coming at them chirping kill, or the salivating half orc. But these two look like they are reconsidering their faith. What are you doing?
I'm going to move here,
Okay.
and I'm going
Hey,
to
look, it's a
beckon,
dinosaur.
and he'd have his little beady eyes, and he'd kind of look at you,
Oh,
nod a
it's,
sec.
It's feathery kobold.
it's Chiquito. You changed
Oh,
again.
darn. It's only Chiquito. Kill! And he's going to beckon the group to follow him.
They're all gonna
and
kill
kinda
me.
move towards tunnel. Kill!
Oh,
Okay, I got it. Give me any sort of persuasion,
Well,
charisma, something to communicate.
I mean, at this point, I'm
Because
gonna
you're
use
you're yelling kill, but you're gesturing flee. It's a mixed message.
More like kill? Like kill? It's pronounced kill?
10's good enough. So they get the idea, and as they see there's sort of a break that they should be going through, they actually stop and start calling back. Some go back to fetch some of the young, some of the injured, that sort of stuff, and a mass escape begins. There's a good 40 or so total people in there, but only 10 to 15 were healthy enough to fight. The rest are even having trouble walking after this horrible encounter. The three nearest show, however, step up and try to fight.
Can for my actual action?
Sure.
Or was that my action going Q?
No,
or
you're good.
Can I use a dash?
Sure.
Kind of move a bit here just to kind of block a bit. No, that'll be it.
You got it. We've got a commoner attack coming at the southern. Nothing happening there. Up north, 2 clubs. Oh, those old timers can club. 5 points of damage. And Anrin comes back round to you. The tide has turned, it seems.
So I'm going to prop myself up and sort of hobble over here. And so this is a glaive, but I've got Show in the way. Can I reach over Show and hit him?
Sure. Absolutely.
Okay, that's absolutely what I'm going to do.
You got it.
So,
And indeed you do. And I'm sorry, was that north or south?
this guy, it would be the guy who's standing right in front of, that's one, yes.
You got it. That is enough, and down they go. Anrin, anything else for you?
All I can do, I'm just holding on to the glaive right now.
Got it. Away to the north, the kobold has rushed away. You see it appear for a moment in the pool of torchlight up by the cart, and there is some activity coming from the houses. The looters, those going in and out of the houses, turning their attention away south. There will be company here in not too long, and probably a lot of them. Yaz, what are you doing?
Time to run away.
Excuse me while I do some math real quick. Hey, I can hit that.
Man,
I'm
Yes,
going
hit
to
that.
use. Sorry, what?
Yazid hit that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I? I didn't. I was just
100
thinking if it would reach. I didn't
Yeah,
think
you
to.
totally can.
120 feet. Yeah, you could.
Yeah,
you could peg Golba from there.
Hell
You hit
yeah!
that.
All right.
Do it.
And with my paper of inspiration right here,
Hit that.
I'm going to use my
it.
inspiration. Just to double check, did I get a chance to move the hex? Or
You
is
can. You can move the hex.
Okay, because I don't know if I remembered to do that.
Sure. Bonus action. You could do it right now.
All right. Can I reach Kolba for hex? Or whatever it is? I don't think I can.
You know what? I'm not sure about that one. I will look
Okay.
that up, and in the meantime, go ahead and take the shot, and we'll see if it even matters. 90
good.
feet on the hex, so you would have to step up a little bit.
90 feet on the hex?
Yeah.
I'm willing to do that.
Okay.
I'm willing. Let's see. What was it like?
You'd have to get to like somewhere a little north of the other one, but just step around to the left, so it use up a little movement. Oh, you're fine. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. It's a lot of distance. I'm like the number got covered. I don't even know. So like right like here.
Yep.
Is okay?
That's fine.
Okay. All right. Hex.
Hex.
Chat inspiration,
Chat inspiration.
and not the prestidigitation one.
Not the
We're gonna be doing Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
gonna-
17 will work. 4 points of forceful damage isn't enough. Let's
But
see
there's a
that
hex
hex
on it.
damage, though.
I did hex. Hex is. Gosh dang it! What is hex?
And
Oh,
actually-
I can do that. There we
There you
go.
go. That's
She
it.
will.
Golba falls. Golba has communicated some sort of urgency, and then Golba just blocks on the ground. You see the raiders that have been looting go to ground as well, taking cover from the assassination strikes. It seems like you will have a few moments to get away, but in the mix is still a threat, and they don't look like they want to go down easy. Rob Oakes.
It's not hard.
Oh. Well, I'm gonna say, look, I think you folk ought to already go in there, and get yourself out of here. And then I'm gonna step up here, and I think I've got range. Yep. And I'm gonna sling at the last guy here.
Mm-hmm.
No!
No!
11 doesn't hit, right?
11 misses by 1.
All right.
Rob
But
misses by 1.
that's about right.
All right. Anything else?
I'm gonna use the rest of my movement to come back here and usher in them. Like, you're never too old to club. There's people that have been clubbing. Some people like disco. Some people like funk. You can always club. And then that'll be it.
Got it. Brecht is fully given over. Just tries to take someone down with them. Yaz swings for you since you're looking the other way. Standard scimitar attack. An 18 for 6. Yaz, how many hit points did you have?
I have 1 left.
7.
Oh, yay! All right.
All right.
Each other up.
Show.
Great.
What do we
All
got?
right. Reckless Maul.
All right. That'll hit. Let's see. At least minimum damage.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And they fall.
I mean, minimum damage is 8.
Oh, well, yes, that
So-
would do it then. So let's go ahead and drop out of turn order for the moment, though you don't have much time. Away to the north, the alarm's being raised. The forces of the raiders are being marshaled and moving down en masse. Probably more than you want to deal with at least 40 strong. You can see them gathering up, moving away from the carts to deal with you troublemakers. The commoners are streaming out. There's a good 40 of them or so, mostly children, the elderly. All of them look ghastly from having been in that gas for the last few hours. They look to you. Thank you. How do we get to the keep? What can we do?
Take them to the tunnel.
Kill.
Let's go this way, everybody. If you
All
would
right.
just follow right along
Uh,
here.
And if there's any stragglers, like real little kids that can't keep up, or even real old who can't keep up, I'm going to pick them up and run after.
Sounds good. So, good.
Sorry. Would it be possible for me just to be like sending off eldritch blasts in the directions of the attackers for intimidation?
I'm not sure that you can send off an untargeted Eldritch Blast, but you could do Prestidigitation to make it look like that was happening. So either
can
way,
do that.
it works out.
Okay.
Can I throw another light rock?
You can throw another light rock.
Yeah, I want to. Wherever she shoots her Eldritch Blast, I'll throw a light rock that way.
Rob really likes a little bit of light rock.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Little seals and croft.
Nice.
Don't do that to me again.
So I'm this close to saying congratulations, but we got one last thing to deal with. Okay, so here's the last thing we have to deal with. To get to that underground passageway, you have to come dangerously close to the keep. And that means you might be spotted by those on the rise. You're moving with your party of 5 or so easily enough, but with 40 crossing the open ground, that's a bit much. Could I have a D20? On a roll of a 1, 2, or 3, you will be spotted by enemy forces. On any other roll, you're fine. Who would like to roll the fateful D20?
You don't want me to roll it.
Can I run off and create a distraction instead?
And can we use chat inspiration on this?
So it's a D20, so chat inspiration works. I will say if you're willing to give another distraction, we'll take it down to a 1 or a 2, and you do have advantage on the roll. So we don't want to see a pair of 1s, a pair of 2s, or a 1 and a 2.
All right, I'm giving up last chat inspiration,
Okay,
and I hope my luck is not utter crap.
let's see. 2 D20s, at least one of them has to be a 3 or better. Yes!
Nice.
All right.
Okay.
Well done. You make your way through the darkness. Many of those following you are humans and halflings stumbling in the low light. The few elves and half-elves amongst them helping to guide. You reach the tunnel. There's a quick discussion. Just trust us. We're going to dunk you in the water. Yeah, there's air on the other side. And eventually they're up and in, crawling up that chute, arriving in the keep safely. Congratulations. You have saved the vast majority of those held hostage in the temple.
That's a good plan.
It was running around the bush.
Awesome plan.
Yeah.
Right, according to plan.
It was a good plan. Next time we should try following it.
Yes.
I was, and then I tripped. You know.
Yes.
That people do sometimes.
He's just gonna cover his face and look the other way.
So, as you arrive back in the keep, the townsfolk are overjoyed. You've saved a good 40 or so folks, but there are still hundreds missing. And you can see up in the north side of town, many of the wagons have started to move away. It's 2, maybe 3, maybe even 4 o'clock in the morning by now. It's not starting to lighten yet, but you can see that the carts are starting to head out to the east. Once they leave the basic area of town, the torches that are on the carts are put out, and they just trundle away in the darkness. By the little bit of light you saw as they were leaving, you can see there are lines of people being driven along with them. The raiders have many of the townsfolk captive and are taking them away. Governor Tarball gets everybody settled, calls you over. Escobar the Red joins him, and they want to talk to you a little bit about what to do next. But before then, let's take a quick drink and bio break and such things, and then we'll pick back up in 4 to 5 minutes or so. And awesome.
Kill.
Yay! Yeah. Kill.
Kill.
Good work with like burrowing under the people and like getting between them.
Did.
That was really good.
That was great.
And good call on Dynanuka.
Yes, that thing.
Yeah, that thing.
That thing indeed.
Yeah,
I
one
don't
challenge
know. I don't
rating,
like
yet
it.
still pretty tough. That's pretty good. Alright, I am going to procure stuff for me to eat.
Yes, I will be right back with a water refill.
Kill. I'm gonna have to stop doing that. Okay.
packets of tangerine juice.
Ooh.
Tangerine juice. Is that basically like orange juice? Oh, she stepped away.
Yes.
Well, if oranges are basically tangerines, then
Yeah.
yeah.
But it sounds fancier when you say tangerine.
Different.
Oh, got my tangerine juice.
Oranges just taste sort of like tangerine light.
Orange straw.
I got to hit something and kill many things. I'm very happy. I needed it after today.
I got to kill things. Yes.
I think
Well,
it's so funny that Paul thinks it's dark.
Well, it is dark for those without dark vision.
Who runs zombie games for fun.
No more chat inspiration. Finally
I
used
was
it.
I was gonna
pleased
go
to-
ahead and use it. And that's why I asked the question, and then you did it. I'll give you my chat inspiration. How's that? Can I do that?
I'm okay with it.
Okay, so I'm gonna give you one of my chat inspirations because I still have both of them.
Okay. I won't say no.
Just so long as the chat doesn't get cranky that you're passing their gifts around. I mean, it's like a re-gift event. So as long as they're okay with it.
Oh, white elephant inspiration.
Woo! Oh hey, look at that. Pruno's even making it easy for you. Everybody gets another
hey.
inspiration.
Yay! Thanks, Bruno.
Thank you.
I wonder if the music cued him off as to what's going on because it just got super loud here. Dial that back down a little bit.
God.
I believe he saved so many of them.
I didn't save 3.
I know.
To be
But
fair
they
though, they
went
went
right-
out on their own. Swinging, you know, they went down with a fight.
How much time has
Not
passed?
not cowering in a corner.
Say it again.
How much time has passed from
So
now?
you're at about 4 o'clock in the morning at this point.
after I wild changed? Just so that I know a bit
So
more.
it was probably 20 to 30 minutes of coaxing them out across the field, getting everybody ducked down, sneak and move. So you've probably used up 20, 30 minutes of your wild shape.
Got it. Thank you very much.
You got it.
I mean, cute.
Yeah, kill.
Thank you very much.
So are we being attended by healers and things like that? Because if not, then Yas and I are not doing anything.
Okay. So here's the situation.
I will be staying very far away.
It's about 20 minutes or so that you've now got everyone in. Everyone's basically settled. They're crammed into the barracks. They're all just trying to stay out of sight. The raiders have gone on a higher level of alert. You can see more of those flame spurts in the skies of the Urds flying around. And several have actually swung close enough to the keep that a few of those on the walls have loosed arrows up towards them. A little pointlessly, but, just to try and keep them away. Governor Tarball's beckoned you all over. Well, I can't. I don't even know how I would thank
You've
y'all.
recovered.
Well, when you say recovered, it's been a time. So I'm awake and I have use of my faculties, but not so much my arm. And you can see he is all sorts of banged up and bandaged up. But you were spent an hour out there, and he was under the care of good old man Dane. So he's awake, but not healthy. Now, my constituents, of course, we're going to do everything we can to thank you there. I do see unfortunately, looks like a fair number of them are being carted away. So anything else that we could do, I can see you've put yourselves through the ringer for us, and I don't know that I can ask much more for you, but if you could help us hold down the fort here, keep things stable. I feel if we make it to daylight, they only seem to be, interested in taking advantage of us when they can see. And I hear kobolds get a little squirrely when come daylight hours. So I think we just settle in, and then come dawn, we see what we can do to rescue folks. Is there anything else that y'all can think to do?
I don't believe we are in any condition to chase after them at this point, so I think that is what we must do.
Well, I sure do thank you. And so if is there anything else we can do? He's sort of looking around. He's got you invited you up to the top so we can kind of look about the town. He says, I think the mill's probably going to be a lost cause. Sure hate to see it go, but we can rebuild. Harder to rebuild people, Yeah. And as he's sort of just worried, off to the north on the tower wall, some of the healthier folks had been manning it with short bows and slings and such things. You see all three of them on the north wall just jump down, duck underneath, and cower, trying to hide.
That
Is
cat.
it dragon tricking again though? Is it a kobold flying and?
So out to the north, winging in your way, you do see that bat-wing-shaped silhouetted against the skies. It hasn't pulled its fire-spurting trick yet, but go ahead and give me a nature check.
Okay.
All of it?
Let's start with Rob, as Rob's trying to spot out that Erd trick there. So Rob, you're looking up at it. You're like, wow, that's big for a kobold. And then please give me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, here we go.
Rob, you're looking up at it like, that is big for that's about the right size for a dragon. Winging its way towards you, black on the black sky, a massive black dragon.
Oh,
Shit's about to get real, y'all.
cute.
Not a fake one. It's not
Yell out,
kobold.
get to cover!
Most of those who are on the walls are already taking your advice. They are rushing to get... Good.
What have we got for cover? Like, I mean, we're on this parapet. Can we?
You're up there on the parapet. You could press yourself against the wall. You could rush down inside the building, but then you'd have no eyes on it.
Yeah, stop, drops, and rolls against the parapet.
Yeah, I'm gonna just do a side roll into here.
Yeah, same.
I'm going to drop into the building because I have to.
Got it. You all start to run to cover. As it gets closer, you can hear the wing beats above. You can feel the air pressure change each time the wings come up and slam down, the gusts blasting against the ground. A fine mist starts to rain down over you all, and anywhere it touches exposed skin, you can feel a sting and crackle of the acid of the breath it's letting out. It calls down to you. Fools, you have disturbed my minions. I am Nightscale, Lord of Stone Tooth, and these lands. I demand my due, stop resisting, and I will leave some of you alive. Governor Tarball is like pressed against the stone, all the blood drained out of his face, his lips quivering. he doesn't look like he's useful right now.
Does it sound like Nightshade, did you say?
Night Scale.
Night Scale. Did it sound like Night Scale was expecting an answer, or just sort of a
Delivering.
you have been warned?
You could take it either way. It's sort of an open-ended threat.
Cute.
Yes,
Claws are keeping
I
my-
will
my
kill.
I'm assuming we can hear this inside.
Oh
the
yes,
building.
this is booming through the land.
I can't see it because I'm in there, but I just draw without magic. Just draw in the air in front of me a glyph that says something unrepeatable in Elven.
Fair.
Rob's gonna do an undies check.
Were they brown this morning?
Browner now.
Likely.
Got a mean Gene going on there.
Yeah. No. I wouldn't answer. I would just stay down.
The dragon swings around, slowly circling, drawing closer and closer. It looks as though it intends to land on the tower top where many of you have taken cover. Now, you've been doing a decent job. It's slowly circling. You can kind of stay in cover, moving around the stones. I intend to land. I demand your fealty.
I'm going to crawl my way over here,
Why
petting
did I
Coca.
Why did I not follow Anrin? Oh,
Am I able to make it down into the keep?
Sure, if you want to duck down into the keep.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm down in the keep and I'm petting Coca in my shirt. Just being.
I would be running for the downstairs too.
Sounds
could.
good. Is anyone staying up top?
I'm staying up top until everyone else is down.
Okay. Everyone else is down if they wish to go down, except Governor Nighthill. Governor Nighthill is just frozen, just eyes super huge.
I'm gonna grab him and throw him down.
You give him a good launch, and there's not enough in him to resist. He just goes down, probably not in a pleasant way, and most likely he's now loopy or out of it. He was at one measly hit point returned.
I'm gonna follow him, but
Okay.
I mean, I'm gonna.
All right. You all get down, and then a minute or two later, you hear claws on stone, the huge thump of its tail on the rafters above. You can see the woodwork bowing under its weight. Now, you will surrender yourself to my servants. We'll be done with this unpleasantness.
At the bowed flanks,
Mm-hmm.
I can see dragon feet. We've got dragon underbelly right above us.
That's
No.
true.
No.
We do not have the firepower to do anything about that.
Nothing.
Cute.
Gelding would be a fun activity at this point.
Yes, but we will not accomplish it before it kills us.
True.
I feel very
No.
dead right
We-
now.
We would not even hurt it before it killed us.
Cute.
We
Our
accomplished.
only avenue is either to comply or to make our way to the tunnel and leave this keep.
Yeah, I think we flee because I don't want to lie to a dragon. I don't know what that does.
Can we route the tunnel?
Well,
That is,
I
I
think
don't know.
that's the plan we got.
That's the only thing we have available to us, unless we
Can we
acquiesce.
bring the others with us?
Our plans are amazing. Let's follow through.
So the question, can we reach the tunnel? Can we bring everybody else with us?
So,
Will the dragon know?
You and about 15 of the people who are in the tower could get into the tunnel. The rest of the folks are up in the barracks and in the house where the healing sauna is. So you'd be leaving 40 to 50 folks behind. Most of those in the tower were those that were reasonably able-bodied. They were doing the guarding, so it would be the children and the elderly that you're leaving.
Can't do
No.
that.
Governor, can you surrender? Will you surrender? And no, listen, we don't have a lot of choices. We are not going to get everybody out of here.
Cute.
Well, we could all
Our options.
by kill, we could die. I mean,
Our options are to surrender and maybe fight another day,
yes.
or try to get out and sacrifice most of us.
Or they could surrender. We don't lie, and we come back.
So
The reason I don't want to lie is I don't know what kind of magic binds us, or once we swear fealty to a dragon.
I will not swear fealty.
Neither will I. So
Cute.
So Governor Nighthill he looks a little stunned. He's a little shaken. He's, well, if it's for the best of my constituents, I'm a man of pride, but
I think it is the only way your constituents survive.
it is the only way the constituents survive, I swear.
now as this is happening, a little distance away, that old dwarf Escobar is taking off his armor, and he's carefully setting it down. And he takes off basically everything but his breeches, and he picks up his axe. Like, a dragon. I wasn't expecting to go out fighting a dragon. So,
Cute.
yes. And you can see he's old enough that he might be looking. This is a really good heroic way to go out, and he doesn't want to mess up his armor. So
That dude is crazier than a shithouse.
he's got it.
Oh.
He's got the axe. He's sort of looking up. Yeah, whenever you're done your belly aching, you just let me know, and I'm gonna split me a dragon.
That's our distraction. You guys, Governor, you gotta surrender to save the people. The rest of us, let's get out of here and come back to fight another day.
I worry that even Escobar attacking it loses our opportunity to surrender and save these lives. If we anger it, suddenly our surrender has no value.
Well, I don't know. Do we attempt? Can we stop Escobar?
Escobar, I understand the desire, but it may cost lives that are not yours.
But it's a dragon.
I understand your desire, believe me.
I can feel the heat of its underbelly. It's begging. Just swing, Escobar. Swing.
Feel it too.
There will come a
I think
time.
Escobar is hearing voices.
There will come a time, and when that time comes, I will swing with you. But for now, we must surrender if we wish to have any chance to survive.
I don't like it.
I don't either.
Well, you're worse than my commanders. Well,
I do not command you. You make your own decisions, but I
No.
urge you to make this one carefully.
they're always like, keep some of the troops alive, Escobar. There's another battle coming, and I'm like, don't keep the troops alive. There won't be any more war. Just glorious death. But
He needs to see a therapist.
probably.
I don't remember him being this unhinged in the other campaigns.
No,
It
you see,
depends on time.
unfortunately, it looks like he's fallen on rather hard times over the last 5 years. He's sold off all his trinkets, all his goods. Seems like maybe he's come into some money trouble. But just affects him a little bit. Dwarves love their gold, and when they're reduced to copper, they go a little potty. But what's the plan then? Is this an unconditional surrender, or is there something else going on?
I think they surrender, we flee, and come back. Let's find out where they took the other humans. Let's find out where the layer is.
I think that's wise if we can do it.
Okay.
I like that idea.
So I got myself a little confused on the they and the we. Right now, there's you and about 15 people in the tower that could make it into the tunnel. There's the folks outside that are in the barracks. They would have to cross open ground in front of the dragon to get to the tower and into the tunnel.
I think the five of us flee,
Yep.
Okay.
and the townsfolk surrender with the promise that we will return for them.
Okay.
Yep.
Sounds
That
good.
is the plan that I was hoping for.
Okay. So,
Your one question.
sure.
You look very frightened. I mean, it is a dragon. But I also remember you asked us to maybe get something from your home that was an heirloom. Before we leave, can you tell us more about that?
Well, anything to help the constituency. When my home was being built, several of the bricks were made as false storage areas. And he gives you, which color to look for, what pattern. If you go around the outside and you press on one of those bricks, it will sink in. Then when you're inside, you can lift the treasure out of that spot. And he tells you where a few of those are, and he says, of course, we're going to need any help we can get, so any mercenaries you can hire, anything you can do, you hit here, here, here. The heirloom that he mentioned was the Dragon's Eye, a far-seeing scope that magnifies your vision 10 times, including dark vision and so on. So on open ground in daylight, you can see forever. But even in the darkness, it would take you out to 600 feet for your dark vision. We'll do everything we can. You don't happen to have any idea how long?
When we have an idea?
We don't yet know what we'll be dealing with, but you have my word that we will come for you.
All right. I suppose that's the best we can do. And Escobar just looks like heartbroken. He's just like, but dragon. But he goes along with it for the good of the people, for the good of the town. And there's about 15 folks inside. There's about 70 so in the barracks. And conversation happens. Governor Nighthill calls up to the dragon, says, hey, I'm going to have to cross the ground to tell everybody that we're surrendering. Is that okay, your great dragony majesty? And, that's fine. And out they go, and the surrender's arranged. The gates open. People sullenly walk out. Kobolds and raiders come up, bind them, put them in shackles, and start marching them away to the north. They join in the procession heading out to the east.
See, right before everybody leaves the tower, I want to clap Escobar on the shoulder and tell him, stay alive so that we can raise arms against the dragon together.
Done it 10 minutes ago would have been just right fine, blindsided.
That would be a glorious death, but its death would be better than ours.
Grumble, 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 dwarf, dwarf, dwarf. Escobar is marched out, as are the others. Everyone's sort of like trying not to look back to give away that you're hiding out down there in the lower areas. Once they're out, the raiders come in, the kobolds, they begin searching around the area. Anything of worth is gathered up and carted away. A few hours pass, the dragon leaves. What are y'all doing?
Sitting in shit.
Yep.
Right.
Damn it, we suck.
My case, literally.
All of our cases, literally, we're in the shit pile.
Yeah.
We're alive though.
Yeah, but that don't sit right with me either way.
More time passes. We get to 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning. You start to see the first hints of light, and you know that kobolds abhor sunlight. They want to be out of it. So most, if not all of them, are likely to be away. Are you emerging into the keep, or down at the other end of the sewer pipe into the river? Or hiding out a little bit longer just to be safe?
Great question.
Or
I think
would
the far side, so that we can get a feel for everything in town. Eventually, I want to get to the keep, to the tower, to get a look at everything, but I want to make sure we aren't going to be seen. Do you all agree?
Yep.
The
I
wisest
think that's a good
choice.
idea.
You work your way back down to the bottom of the pipe, come up through the water. You look away to the north, and Pruno, I'll give you a quick recap. The town is now empty. The forces inside the keep surrendered to the threat of the dragon. The adventurers committing to following after and somehow freeing all those that have taken captive. The captives have been marched away to the east over the last few hours. Now, with the hint of sunlight in the sky, everyone's fairly aware that the kobolds, they don't react well to sunlight. It blinds them. So you think most of them would be gone. But even though the majority of the town is empty, all the carts have left. In the town square, you can faintly hear kobold voices singing, some sort of celebration. You hear rhythmic drumming. Even as the daylight approaches, there's still some sort of festivity happening in the town square. Not many, maybe 15 or 20, maybe less.
They singing the song that I think they're singing.
Is it your poop, I'm poop, everybody's poop?
It's a little more celebratory than that. There's
Is
no
it the
I'm.
circles under the shit wagon go round and round?
It could be that.
Are they singing in Draconic? Do I recognize it?
They are singing in Draconic, and it's a tune in celebration of the Dragon Queen. Specifically, though, as you do speak Draconic.
Nightscale's a female. Oh no, that's Tiamat.
Tiamat,
Sorry.
Tiamat, this is a song to Tiamat. But give me anyone who speaks Draconic, give me a quick, probably religion, possibly history check. Yaz, you're just rocking out. You're just like, yes. Rob, specifically, this one calls to the glories of Tiamat's blue persona. You would say this is electronica.
Oh, I'm blue. Da da dee da da do.
This is.
Okay. All right, I start humming along. Oh. Blue da da dee da da.
That's it.
And I relay that on. Like, this is. Well, on the old ungoodometer, where you got a stick, and at the bottom of the stick is this is shitty, and at the top of the stick is this is awesome. We're at the shitty end.
But the song is so jammy. I
know. I want to learn it, and I'm gonna do that later. But the words are not great. This is a song towards the blue dragon aspect of the great goddess of all the dragons that ain't good. The dragons that,
And as you're listening in, and I've added the tokens away to the north and east, so feel free, to peek over there. They're the only ones that are left in town. Everyone else I will eventually get to hiding. But up here in the town square, you can see the kobolds dancing around, and something you pick out fairly quickly, all these kobolds are indeed blue-scaled. In the center of the town square, a much larger figure. This one, as we have a lizard folk in the group, you may be familiar with the classifications. Dragonborn, no tails. Lizard folk, tails. Draconic with a tail, half dragon. This is a blue half dragon, larger than a human, more solidly built, draconic snout, big horn on the end of it. And it is the one that's singing the lyrics that are a little off from what you remember the classical being. The dabu-dee-dabu-die. Instead, it's calling out, if I was green, I would die, slinging a little mud at some of the other dragon colors.
Oh, man. He's crapping on the other colors.
But
saying the greens are no good. It's got some things to say about the black dragons, too. And
That's not
No
very
love.
nice.
what? I'm wondering
Yeah, he has a
I'm
girlfriend
green.
and she is so blue.
yes.
Well,
I'm green. I don't want to die dabba dee dabba die.
no, we won't let that happen.
If we are able to prevent it.
This here that's happening here. This is the Song Blue. Everyone knows one. If you know a Song Blue, everyone shows that sometimes. Anyway, not enough old people who catch my Neil Diamond reference there. Never mind. I will move on.
It's Pruno's with you out in the chat though. So Pruno's got a solid song going on out there in chat. But the town eerily quiet, save for this group singing and chanting, and you can draw close enough carefully, knowing that the kobold's eyesight is weak in the sunlight, that you can see that despite their pain, despite their clumsiness, they're just whooping it up and having a good time.
Yeah, these are happy kobolds.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I mean, do we even have a lead? Like, how are we even going to get where we're going?
They went
Yeah.
east. They went east.
And the night scale individual mentioned that they are they own Stone Tooth, or they have, like, the territory they claim. Do I know that Stone Tooth is in the direction that they marched?
So, I think many of you were from around this area. Not you specifically, but some of the others were from the mountains and the pass away. Stone Tooth is a mountain in the range due south of here. Away to the east is not the right direction if you were heading to Stone Tooth. And it's light enough now that looking towards the east, you can see where carts and a large number of people have tromped down a fairly decent path through the grass. This is the green field, so in 3 or 4 days the grass will have sprung back up and erased that passage. But for now, it's a fairly easy thing if you wish to follow where they were going.
I think given how tired we are and how not ready for a dragon we probably are, maybe we just try to free some of those folk.
Which ones?
Ones to the east is what I was thinking, but I guess that could go either direction.
I think that is probably best.
Catch up to them.
At least make headway that way. They'll be moving slowly.
They will be moving slowly. We're gonna need to rest, though. I'm not ready to.
They'll need to rest too.
Fair.
Follow, and we can at least start picking people off from the tail of their convoy if we do it wisely.
Well, they've got about a 4-hour lead on us because we sat and yacked it up with a dragon after they left.
Sure. So they have those that just left have 2 to 3 hours on you. You spent about that amount of time hiding in there. It's now daylight. You do have the benefits of a short rest, so if you had any hit dice left to spend, you can go ahead and spend that. But
if we do, I still get to. Song of Rest doesn't have a limitation, so
sure. So you have that going for you.
I don't nothing.
I still have a hit die.
Do you have any left from having spent them before? You have not had a long rest yet.
I had one.
Okay.
I have one left.
So, as you get back what you can coming out of that pipe, and
everybody can take a D6 from Song of Rest as well.
Sure.
Thank you.
If
I have
you spend hit
trance?
dice.
Right.
If you have hit dice,
I
yeah,
have
you
my
can only.
last good berry.
Yep, not quite
Right.
enough time for the trance to kick in yet for your long
Okay,
rest. But if you took a little bit longer resting, you could get a long rest in and start to feel a little bit better. But you've started doing your scouting. You see that half dragon and its kobolds celebrating to the north. Now that you're outside and a few minutes have passed, the song finally rolls to an end, and you can hear the half dragon calling out, "Oh, defenders of Greenest! I know you did not go quietly along. None of you match the descriptions given to me by those that you fought. You're hiding out there somewhere. I have had a good night. It has been a successful endeavor, and I am feeling generous. If you can hear me, there are 4 pitiful, useless creatures that could not keep up with the march. They fell behind, pleading that they could not walk. I do not wish to leave any behind. That would set a bad example. But if one of you glorious defenders are willing to step forward and challenge me in a fair fight, 1 against 1, just to test my mettle against those who bested the weaklings beneath me. If you do so, I will leave these 4 worthless individuals behind. My kobolds and I will go after our glorious army. And the others of you that cower in the darkness can come and tend to those 4. Otherwise, we shall revel throughout the day. They shall pass in time, and I shall continue on. I am Langdragosa Cyanrath. I give you my word. These are my terms. Step forward." And if there's no response, 20 to 30 minutes later, he repeats the speech after a little song and dance number. It seems he's willing to wait out the day to see if anyone does step forward to challenge him.
Well, that seems like a no-brainer.
Whenever it seems like a no-brainer, it's usually at least a half-brainer.
If there are 4 captives, I would
Yep.
see them saved.
If
Who's going? If one of you's going, let me at least help you out a little bit.
I have all my spells, but I am a warlock, which makes me a bit squishier. But the short rest is enough for me to get my spells back.
I will go.
I have no
Yep.
spells, and I'm
I
weak
mean-
as shit.
if you weren't, I was gonna do it, but I don't know what they consider fair. So
Question.
I have no tricks. I will go.
hey,
Only one?
hello.
The challenge...
I'll
Good.
I'll stand and walk out.
Sure.
Walk into the square.
So, moving about the square is that massive figure. And here's a rough idea of what Landragosa looks like. Ha! Excellent.
I am like blue.
We have a challenge. Now, in case you did not hear, this is 1 against 1. Fight me in any way that you can, but if any of your associates or accomplices sully our battle, my followers will slaughter those other 4 and then the rest of your friends.
You should have let me inspire you first.
Now, are you prepared?
As I am going to be.
Right. Let's go ahead and drag you on up here. Ah.
Dragon.
Womp womp.
It looks to me like he's not really well balanced in the back heel, so maybe, like his back claw is not really making full contact with the ground, so he might tip over.
That
Try to
is
go.
that is exactly where you want to strike for. If you could please add yourself to the turn order.
All of us?
You can add yourselves if you want, but if you do anything,
Yeah, we're gonna screw it up. Yeah.
you know that
I don't
that
think
could
I
go
can
bad.
control my token anyway.
Sure.
I'm just gonna watch.
I mean, I want
Are
to watch.
are we closer?
Sure,
Now
you
that
can
they
draw up as
report, or-
close as you want.
you mind,
Once the challenger
giving
has
me-
stepped forward, the kobolds drop down, kind of a low rhythmic chanting. It's still that I am blue, I am blue, I am. It sounds like they're just stuck on a little refrain.
Uh-oh.
Yes, but so am I.
But so am I. I mean
There you go.
him. I mean her. Sorry.
There we go.
Uh,
So,
You mind giving me access to my token, please?
do you not have access to your token?
No. Then
Oh,
again,
I do.
Oh, okay.
Wait, what?
Can you move me over? Yeah, I can't grab. I could grab the dino.
I don't know why that would be. I will figure that out in a little bit.
Don't worry
But for
about it.
right now, as the combat begins, the Cyan Wrath and Show, the Cyan Wrath is able to strike first. The blue half dragon closes in quickly, unlimbering a great sword. It strikes once for 14 points of damage. It strikes again for 21 points of
That'll
damage.
do it. I'm not dead.
It looks down at Show. It looks up at the rest of you. Disappointing.
Oh, I'm at 1.
You're at 1.
Yeah,
I'm
you are.
a
I was gonna
half-orc.
say you're at 1.
Okay.
Relentless endurance.
You're half-orc,
I'm at
yeah.
1 hit point.
Yeah.
So the Cyan Wrath looks over at you and just disappoint, and then looks
So like
over.
So I picture it's that classic moment in movies where like ran me through with the sword and I just pull myself up on it and I swing at him.
Sounds good. Let's see it.
And I'm gonna reckless attack.
Sure.
Do it.
All the stops.
25 hits. 14
So
points is a
14 points of bludgeoning
significant
damage.
chunk. And the half dragon just like boom. Yes, and just shunk, pulls the sword out and then swings at you with it again. Great sword attack twice coming at you.
A miss.
18? Because you reckless?
Oh, it is a hit then.
Okay, 14 points of slashing.
And that takes me out.
All right. And this time as you fall, it continues the second attack.
Of
Hits.
course.
You have 2 death fails. The dragon, well, not as disappointing as I thought. Click as it puts its jaw back in place. The kobolds start moving away. Does anyone have anything that they can use on Show to prevent me from needing a death saving throw before the next round?
I have a good berry on me.
I mean, I could. Yeah. I can't.
I got nothing.
I could. Actually, I could. I mean, I could. As my, I'd have to. Sorry, and I have to go through all my things because I have to look at something. I'm trying to see what my speed would be. Would it allow me to get there
Sure.
somehow?
So right now, everybody, I mean, you could all make it. Rob could make it. You could get over there and stuff a good berry in Show's mouth.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah.
I'm gonna
well,
do it.
yeah. I'm gonna. Yeah.
Oh, you go ahead. Who
Well,
do you want
yeah,
to
of course.
Okay.
I'll
So-
go. I'll run and
So the
stuff one in his mouth.
half dragon starts to move away, shaking off the gore from its sword and cleaning it. The kobolds start to follow. As you rush over to try and heal, they do the annoying get in your way thing. Not really stopping you, but making you go around them. And they give you a little yeah.
I would I would move if I could, but I'm there.
Yeah, they're trying real hard.
Weird, I can move you.
I don't know
go
what's
ahead.
happening there. They're trying real hard to get you to fall for the bait and attack. Does anyone attack?
No.
All right.
Nope.
The kobolds and the half dragon move out of town, heading east, following the trail. You rush over, shove a good berry in Show. Show, you're back to 1 hit point, but that hurt. That hurt a lot. And you get the uneasy feeling that wasn't all that half dragon could have done to you. Is anyone doing anything else?
I mean,
Or is it time for rest?
Hey,
Where are
About
these?
4 people.
I'm gonna yell at the half dragon.
Sure.
hey! Don't turn your back on me. I'm calling you. Hey!
Doesn't seem to care.
I'm gonna pop my good berry in for Show.
Sure.
Just so she's got
Chiquito, you seem to be beneath its
Chiquito.
notice.
Seems to be, yeah.
They continue
gonna-
moving away.
Yeah, he's gonna try to step forward. I'll move forward.
Oh, right. Sorry.
Gotcha.
God damn it, I'm calling you!
But I can't move on my own.
Blue boy!
I need to oil my joints.
Kill him.
And they just keep walking away.
What
Can I say-
assholes?
Like you're not sure, but you're pretty sure kobolds don't normally hold their tail that high. So it's the effect of them mooning you as the kobolds are walking away.
Hey, Chiquito, don't fall to the bait, man. And by the way, if you really want to get him, call him Blue Ball. That's funnier.
blue ball. I should have said blue ball.
Yeah,
Do,
I'm just.
do you want to know? Do you want to know the word for it, or?
Yeah, and Draconic.
Yeah, but I don't. You just told me not to do it. I don't think I should do it. Then
No,
I
you
was
don't.
just gonna ask him. I was gonna fight him. No, hell no. He's gonna kill me. I was just gonna ask him a few questions. That's all.
Oh well,
Yeah,
then don't call him Blue Ball. Then he's not going to answer anything.
Oh,
Call him something respectable.
Yeah,
what's respectable?
I don't know,
Title
like
and name.
your blueness.
Slash. That's
Slosh?
like respect. Yeah, draconic slash.
Hey, slosh.
And there's a little bit of a pause. We're saying that is a respectful term.
I'll give him a respectful term.
Okay. So there's a pause. Someone of you knows etiquette. That is surprising. And he looks back towards you, and all the kobolds look back and... Yes?
What do you want to say? I can help. And so can Rob.
I think you could hear me.
He could understand, right? He's speaking common, or obviously he's speaking.
He's speaking common at this point.
Oh, okay.
Where? Say one day we want a rematch. Where the hell can we find you?
You wouldn't live long enough to be a challenge to me.
I'm not familiar where that is.
He just like, ugh.
That a place? I don't know. Is that someplace around here?
No, it's not.
In Draconic, I shout out, "We're sorry to waste your time. We'll just tend to our friend and have a good one."
Everybody must get stoned.
That's right. Just have a good one, man.
So the kobolds and the half
Take her
dragon
easy, dude.
turn and continue out of town. They're a while away. you have a bit of time to yourself. Fairly quickly, you find that the 4 wounded are in the house to the northwest. They are in bad shape. It looks like probably walking more than a mile or 2 would have killed them. But with a little bit of care and a place to rest, they'll recover. For the rest of you...
Definitely we'll try to tend to them.
You got some good berry yet, right?
Yeah.
For the rest of you, you're a little beat up at the moment. I heard that you will be pursuing the group to the east, and you do have some treasure to gather, and a item that would be helpful awaits the northwest in the governor's mansion, or what's left of it. Searching it, you do discover the Dragon's Eye allows you to see 10 times distance clearly. And that does take an action. So action to look, and you get 10 times your sight for that action. What then is the plan? Are you heading off to the east? That's a fairly large caravan of people. They can't travel at much more than a walking speed. So with some rest, you could catch up in a day. If you don't rest, you could catch up immediately, but I don't know what you would do then.
Hey, Casey.
Yeah.
Did we have a good sense that was, or of the captors in that slave train there? Those were the cultists and bandits and kobolds, right?
Yes. So
we were fairly certain that's not where. I mean, because our blue friend just went to the east.
To the east. Everyone has basically followed that same path out. The only one you're not sure about would be the dragon, because the dragon flew. But all the kobolds, all the raiders, those drakes, all the carts are heading in the same direction east.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
So it's all the same direction. I thought there was a couple different directions.
Not yet. There were a few that headed out, but they've all rejoined the path, just kind of depending on where they left from town.
Sorry, I must have missed. Okay.
No problem.
I will not be useful without a rest.
Me neither.
No, not after that.
Completely useless without a rest. So.
Okay.
We gotta do what we gotta do. We're good to nobody. The way we
so,
are.
I think that the party is settled on a long rest. Do please level up to level 3 and take the benefits of your long rest. Congratulations. You did accomplish a number of things, but then you took the path of wisdom instead of the path of foolishness, and
Only then.
But only after we accomplished a couple things, taking the path is stupid.
There you go.
It wasn't stupid.
It was great.
Everybody must get stoned.
Didn't stick to what worked. You just have to keep on with the foolhardy rushing in.
Where is my long rest button?
You have minimized the number of casualties. Very few have died. You rescued the wounded that could not walk. Many of those who would have fallen otherwise within the temple are now safely captives. And you do have the direction that they're headed. Now, unfortunately, Greenest is sort of in the middle of nowhere. It's several days to a week journey in any direction to come to a sizable town. If you were to run to the west to gather reinforcements, there's really no chance that you would catch up. Heading to the east, likely you will come upon the bandits and wherever they are headed before you would come upon another town. That's likely why they struck here, because this is somewhere that could be overrun and captured.
Where's the long rest button?
There is no long rest button. Just go ahead and just go ahead and restore your hit points and so on, and then go ahead and use your level up.
We only get half our expended hit die back on a long rest, right?
That sounds correct.
Right. Okay, so I've only got 1 hit die back.
So you'll get your 1 back. You'll get your new one.
But I'll get my new one when I go to 3. Okay.
That's true. and all the other benefits of level 3. So,
Oh, excuse
what
me.
I
Bless
think
you.
we're going to do is probably draw it to a close here with a little bit of lore dumping, which would be that you're going to be traveling along this path in Greenest at least 2 or 3 days pursuing it, depending on how hard you set out. The green fields themselves, just big open plains, nice big swath stomped down, so easy tracking. Occasionally you're going to come across a group that is broken off in one direction or another, likely mercenaries or raiders that have somewhere better to be, but the main troop continues on heading eastward. They bend a bit to south, and those of you who are from the area recognize they're headed towards the gap in the mountains that would offer an alternate path down to flat grounds. Between there, several areas that I'm going to call badlands. There are a lot of plateaus and gullies, a lot of sandstone and mud that's been washed away over the years by rivers, but fairly dry now.
That's expressly where my tribe was from.
Got it. So they're heading in that direction. You have some knowledge of the area, so you know there are caves, there are small inlets here and there. The kobolds will likely want to hole up in one of those. They won't want to be above ground long. You're a little surprised that they've even been marching this long on a forced march without having gone to ground. There hasn't been much in the way of camps, and they've been doing a decent job of staying ahead of you. When we pick back up, we'll give everybody a quick chance to make any notes or express themselves as the things they've been doing while they were on the hunt. And then we will probably be rolling into a quick adventure and then an assault on the caravan of raiders, and perhaps an opportunity to free some of the captives. We'll kind of see how that goes, but that's the expectation I have. If we come back and you've decided to do something completely different, maybe heading west isn't such a bad idea, just let me know. But thanks everybody for playing. Anything you'd like to shout out to the folks at home before I kill the stream?
Kill.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks for the
Thanks for
inspiration.
sticking around.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks everybody.
Thank you, Casey.
Thanks. Stream. Bye-bye.